time. You can choose your words. Let me down real easy. Let me down real easy. Well, I'm doing just fine, because I caught your lies. You say that it's you, not me. Baby, now that I am free, I want my lips back, my time back, my words like when I said my love back, my life back, my heart, the one that you knew could break, the one that broke with your confession. With your I'ma let you speak. Let my silence reach. Babe, I'm real quiet. Babe, I'm real quiet. I am the calm inside the storm, and I am the peace inside the war. Your confessions took their toll, but baby, I am in control. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try.
This ain't what it seems, girl. You're my little teen, girl. Knocking at your door, I want the candy Halloween, girl. It was nice to eat you. I mean, it's nice to meet you. I might twist my words, say too much and get a sweet tooth. Wait, mama said you gotta watch your hell now. Hey, things are getting heated, watch your milk now. Wait, baby, tell me what you need right now.
You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try.
Making waves with you. Oh, no, no, no. Wanna taste of you.
You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try.
Set out, left off from the shore. She thinks it's buried deep right now. I've reached the top. I'm falling right back down to earth. It's calling now. Feast my eyes upon this wasteland. Right now, the map's becoming clearer. It's all in my perspective. become so clear to me. Not all treasures buried, it's all in your head. Just try to hear me out. They've got you locked up and out. Hey, hey.
run free? Who would we be if you weren't with me? No, I'm never going home again. We're like animals in the dark. Where we live, I make pretend. Let's get lost forever. Why should we stay here when we could run free? Who would we be if you weren't with me? No, I'm never going home again. We're like animals in the dark. Where we live, I make pretend. We're lost forever. We're lost forever. We're lost forever. We're like animals in the dark. No, I'm never going home again. We're like animals in the dark. Where we live, I make pretend. Let's get lost forever. We're like animals in the
Good evening and welcome to Baltic Esports League Season 2, Week 3 already here. One thing I want to remind you before we start this, tomorrow there's going to be tickets available for sale. This is Week 4, right?
Yeah,
This is
welcome
Week
back.
4. Yes. Sorry, I'm Envy, this is V, and as I said, tomorrow the tickets will be available on HyperTown.pro, so be sure to check that one out. But before we start everything else, I want to remind you who won the prediction game last week. Who was it, V?
I think it was me.
You are mistaken. It was me. So I hope that you see your punishment and you can now apply it at yourself. As last week he embarrassed me, and this week I'm gonna at least try to make him suffer with this belt of shame, as this is Shameful Monday, as you said it yourself. How are you feeling already?
Definitely not heavy,
Yes, no, not at all. Those are not 10 kilos on your neck now.
but these are weights for my heavy words last week.
Yep.
I think I can last like this for the next 2 hours. Fine.
Yeah, it feels good. Fine. Can you like move around?
I can actually juggle them.
Oh,
But
be
that's
careful.
probably-
Yes, that's not the best choice. That's not the best choice. But today we're gonna have tons of fun games ahead of us. But before we jump into that, I want to remind you about the Vault giveaway that we're gonna have. How many euros can you win?
A whole 10 of them.
Oh, 10 of them, just like the 10 kilos that are your. Oh, it's kind of.
Yeah.
It's all getting.
Yeah.
It's all getting in place. That as well, and of course, we also have that giveaway from Samsung, where we are giving away Battlefield 1 for one lucky viewer. in today's stream. So if you want to win that, what do you need to type in the chat?
You just need to type in hashtag Samsung, and one more time, you just need to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and as usual, make sure that you drop us an email on bsl@bsl.pro. Afterwards, the winner is announced in the chat.
Yes, exactly. But now let's jump into the games. We're going to have 2 games today. We're going to have Volsung against XGR. The first game is going to be pretty fun because both teams are known for not giving up. The comebacks are always a possibility with those two. And are you ready for overtimes?
Yeah.
You're ready for overtimes?
Of course.
Perfect. And the game after that, we're going to see BESL Sports against Joggers. Both of these games, I have to say, are super fun. And one of those is Match of the Week.
Yeah, I believe that is going to be Joggers versus BESL Sports.
Yes.
That is going to be Gekkon's pick of the week.
Yes, that was his pick of the week, and rightly so, because yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, Joggers did advance to the next division in ESCA.
Yes.
So they had a really fun and strong game yesterday. Hopefully they can transition to it today as well, as BESL Sports are not an easy task to take down, but not like this did it. Could Joggers do it too?
As long as it's Inferno again, I think it's a possibility, because they might try and do the same thing that not like this did before. So hopefully they find success in that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is going to be a map-dependent pick, but still, considering the fact that Joggers did manage to advance on, that also one more time gives you a lot of confidence, and hopefully that will transfer into these games that we're going to see.
Yes, as well. And tomorrow and after that, we're going to have 3 games each on those days. And on Thursday, we're going to have 2 games. So tons of CSGO coming your way. Be sure not to miss anything. As let's talk about Volsung against XGR. As I already said, we know both teams that they're not giving up at any stage. Volsung can come back from 15-1 and still win it. It's almost the same goes for XGR. But do you think this could come into play?
Well, considering the fact that actually Husky is not going to be playing today, and as we know, Husky is usually one of the people that keeps things calm in the team. So as we already previously saw, situations where players repeat too much, that is both Dikinder and Brocky are sometimes guilty of that fact. So that might be a factor today, and also especially the fact that it is going to be Train. That is going to be played.
So a map that Volsung really likes.
And requires patience and control, because if you start to overstep your boundaries, you can very quickly lose your advantage. So you need to be patient on this map, and I feel like, this is definitely going to be a close one. Yeah,
but luckily for Volsung, they do have a stand in the place of Husky, which is Warden. Do you think he's going to be a good addition, good player to replace Husky?
He can definitely step up as long as he shows up in that game, because I mean, I don't know him too much as a player, but I know that sometimes he can not show up for the match, and this is definitely required here, as we already spoke about it last week, that essentially starting from week 4, every small bit of mistake that you make is going to pay off or not pay off hugely in the long run here. So obviously they want to gain as many rounds as they can one more time. I still feel like that Volsung will come out on top, but we already saw previously that XGR definitely can put up a strong fight.
Yes, exactly.
And, well, Train is also a map where essentially you can come back just off the fact of what your city side is.
Yeah,
so if they manage to get a strong, solid hold, I mean, you never know.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're going to see on XGR side Knight, Zila, Krasner, Maxel, and Zenki. We know that Zila is really great operator. He's going to be very crucial in this matchup. Do you think XGR, do they have the firepower to stand up against Volsung?
I mean, excuse my bells, but yes, I think they can definitely stand up against them. And one more time, having a strong AVP player on your side on Train is definitely something that you need to take into consideration. So if that is going to be the case, where Zila essentially becomes unstoppable with the op, that is going to be a lot of issues on this side of Volsung there.
Are you also going to call out Zila as the player to watch from XGR in this matchup?
Yes, definitely. And also, well, last week Krasner was replaced by HS for that one match when they were playing. So, I mean, I also would like to see how Krasner performs, because he's had his time off, and of course, hopefully will be able to show up, because he's definitely also a player that I would watch on Train. Yeah,
most definitely. And for now, I guess we should jump into the predictions and say, what do we think is going to be the score? So you're going the way of Volsung, but what's going to be the scoreline?
I think it's going to be 16-11.
Okay, 16-11, so you're giving a lot of hope there for XGR.
Yeah. Because I already previously mentioned, well, the fact that this is a high pressure situation, and obviously there are going to be only such from this point on, they're going to be going all out here, and I feel like that is going to be a huge factor. Okay,
I'm gonna go 16-10 in favor of Volsung.
Okay.
I'm thinking that Volsung, with the addition of Warden, because I know that Warden, he likes to play train. He's good at it. He knows all the smokes. Everything is in place for that guy. So I think he's going to be a good addition. And train should be quite an easy run there for Volsung.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me? That it could be easy for Volsung.
Yes, but if they do not mess up their rounds against pistols.
Yeah, because that could easily happen.
if you mess up your rounds against pistols, you start to tilt. That's one thing. Second thing, of course, your economy is suffering, and it's just not gonna work in the long run. So
yeah,
and I feel like it's going to happen once at least in this game. Apologies, Volsung, but hence my scoreline.
Yeah, that is true. Although XGR eSports, at the moment they have the record of 2 wins, 4 losses, and Volsung has 5 wins and 1 loss. It feels kind of uneven, but you're giving them an even scoreline.
Yes, just because, as I already said, there's an economic reset factor in play here, and also the fact that, as we already saw once, Volsung playing on train, Yakinder being on B bomb site, he constantly was pushing B. So if he continues doing so, and if the players catch on to that fact, they will try to get rid of him first, and then obviously quickly swarm into B, where there will be max 1 player, and that's obviously not good news.
Do you think XGR, when they knew what kind of map will be played, did they check out Volsung's train? And spotted what Yakinder was doing there?
I really hope that they did so, because obviously they would put up a more interesting match here, but cannot say. I mean, it's going to show on their T side if they've seen what they're doing or not.
Yeah, but do you think even when Yakinder is going to stop those aggressive pushes and everything else, do they have something else to surprise XGR with?
Yeah, sure. I mean, those are just pushes towards B. I mean, you can always still try and deep Molotov T main when the terrorists are coming out, and then afterwards, as soon as the Molotov is fading out, I would like to see at least 1 or 2 flashes going in, and then just sending a player in to clear that position out. So you ideally would want to have a flash if a player from Ivy can pass it on towards the T main, and as also the player that's going to be pushing in can bounce it off from the Electro position, as long as the Pop Dog is smoked off, so he can relatively safely do so. Then I mean, definitely that's also, and that's also something that some teams tend to do, and it is of high annoyance, I would say.
Yeah, that kind of is, because Volsung, if I remember correctly, they were doing that. They had Husky up in front to the A main, the flashes were passed, and Husky just played his game there in T main. Mostly getting the kills, shutting down enemy players. They need to go from different angles, but when they go towards B, there's Yakinder, who's kind of hard to stop, pushing towards Ivy as well. Not the easiest thing to do with Cree in the lineup, holding that position. But hopefully XGR have something in store for us. Already players are slowly joining in. But before that, I want to remind you, that...
So here's a fun thing that I found out about the Volt app that I didn't know.
Yes.
And I think I saw already sent you a screenshot of it, but basically what happened was I ordered some food on Saturday morning. And then just by accident, somehow managed, when you order the food, you get a little timer, circle in the middle. And I tapped it just a few times, and it actually, flipped and turned into a game. I hope I'm not spoiling Volt's secret stuff here, but essentially, you get 5 seconds where you need to tap the maximum amount of times you can on screen. Apparently, the record in-app is 65. I managed to get to 62.
Oh, close.
And that's my best so far, so I cannot really beat it. But see if you can.
Yeah, exactly. And if you can, type in the chat and say if you beat V, because I did beat V in prediction game. Maybe you can beat V, because he's kind of easy to beat, Am I saying the right stuff here?
Don't toy with a man who's holding 10 kilos on his neck.
Yes, okay, I'm not gonna do. But one more time, what do we have behind us here?
The magical screen of the future.
Yes, the Samsung Flip, which you can easily flip. Look, flipped it.
Okay, cringe. No, but in all seriousness, we do have a new smart screen here, so we're going to try and use it for a bit in-depth analysis, and hopefully we see some excellent rounds coming out here, so we can at least show you why certain things work out, why certain things don't work out, and we'll try to use that as much as possible. As long as, of course, these matches are close enough here, because, I mean, if it's a stomp, there's probably not much to see there.
Yeah, maybe while we're waiting the players, we could check out the standings. And see what can we expect to change in this week. As at the moment, I have to give props to Mighty Wolves. No games lost, 6 games played. That is quite crazy.
Yeah, definitely a good scoreline for them, as well as the fact that well, they've only have had 1 overtime, and they managed to secure it as well. Of course, it would have been in regulation time, they would have 1 point extra. But still, the fact that Mighty Wolves are currently sitting in first position also shows why they have had so much success in ESEA as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Second place currently being held by Volsung, the guys that we're going to see in a moment here. So that is also good news. I'm just happy to see 2 Latvian teams in the front right now. Sorry, being slightly perhaps biased here, but
in the season 1 it wasn't the case.
Yeah, it was completely opposite. We were hoping at least to see Latvians in the final, which we did in the form of Skinlords, which are complete trash right now. Moving on, in the 3rd position, we do have Lithuania with 15 points, so they're following closely by, and of course they had that 1 game against WSD that really didn't go their way. They did lose with the scoreline of 16-1, so that was a painful one to watch.
Definitely.
Just felt sorry for the guys.
Yeah, but for WSD, it feels kind of good for them because they kind of have bounced back from the tough and weird beginning that they had in Season 2. They're now looking pretty good as they have 1 overtime victory, 4 regulation time victories, and only 1 loss. So I think it's going to continue on for them.
Yeah.
At least it should, but I'm really happy to see Joggers at 5th place, and especially with the success that they had yesterday in ESEA, advancing to the next division here is going to be an important factor, and I'm really curious to see if they can actually get some of the teams out from the top 4.
Yeah, for sure.
Secure that spot. Then Auto Clutch we don't see too often anymore, but as well, it doesn't seem like they have that potential to get in that top 4. They have good games, they have kind of sloppy games.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Like, on paper, they have plenty of experience for it, but somehow it's just not really working out for them. And as we've seen already before, a good part of the issue is the fact that it doesn't really seem like they can gather themselves to start closing out matches when you're somewhere around that 12th round. That's usually where some sort of issue starts to emerge. So either their economy following situation is not on par, or just they lack purely execution-wise. Really haven't looked into that too in depth here, but definitely something needs to be changed for them.
Yeah, as now in the 7th and 8th spot we have 2 Lithuanian teams, Figaro 5 and Not Like This as well. Quite happy to see them here. Which do you think, which team should after this week be on top? Either Figaro 5 or Not Like This?
Between these
more
2?
Promise? Yes.
I'd say Not Like This.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was even trying to go the way of Figaro 5 there. As
my reasoning behind it was for Not Like This, we do continuously see gradual improvement. Yeah. Whereas Figaro 5, as they started off, we haven't really seen any sort of changes happening to them. So I don't feel like it's going to happen for them unless they take their time for it. Yeah. So as I said, in the 9th position, one more time, Skinlords, trash.
Yes.
And
unfortunately,
closely followed by EU Estonia, the guys that are currently showing that a mix also can show up.
Yeah,
as in a mix of different country players.
But only in overtimes. You look, they have played 5 games in the overtime, winning 3, losing.
Maybe they're practicing overtimes. You give them credit.
Okay.
But obviously, just the fact that you have had so many overtimes and some won, some lost, means that you only get. Well, if you win an overtime, you get 2 points. Yes. If you lose an overtime, you only get 1. So they've already lost like a lot in these.
Yeah, that is true. And then XGR, which at the moment, as we can see, the guys that you're giving a tons of hope against Volsung, they're not performing. They have won regulation time victory, 1 overtime victory, and 4 losses, and they haven't even gotten to the overtime with those 4 losses. Like, I at least hope that the overtimes could be a bit more bigger part of their
just off the fact of season 1.
Kind of in a way, we say that they don't give up, but here we can see it's kind of difficult for them.
Yeah, it's definitely not making things easy for them. So, I mean, I hope to see a close game here just to see one more time if that will give them any sort of confidence boost. And also saying that I see HS on the server.
Yes, exactly, which is one more time is going to be a stand-in for XGR. Do you think HS could even be part of the team, as in the... the roster?
I don't know. That's probably a more question towards HS himself than anything else. But seeing what flashy plays he showed us on Cash, Train is even more allowing in that sense, just because how quickly you can hide away. There's so many objects you can move around, and his movement is on point.
With his experience and everything else, where he has played, it's going to be pretty fun to check out that guy. Are you feeling okay with that?
No, it's just slightly uncomfortable, that's all. Just,
okay. And I hope that at least Shima boy is Martin.
Yeah, well,
I hope.
That
should be the case.
I don't know his alter egos that he might take, so hopefully that is indeed Warden on the server. Sorry, there we go.
Yeah, you're feeling okay, that's good. Yeah. And at the bottom of the standings, we talk about these teams, we try to give them credit, but after week and week we see that they can't perform that easily.
Yeah, so for the bottom 4, all I can say is that, well, now pretty much, I don't know, try to not be in the bottom 4. Yeah, like that's my best wishes for you guys, because I mean, we talked already so much, and if they watch their own game replays, they'll hear plenty of already useful tips that they should take into account. So just do that, guys, and you'll definitely make it out of the bottom 4. Cannot really guarantee you'll be in the top 4.
Yeah. After this week, do you think which team has the most chances of getting out? Would it be a Celtic?
No, because they threw the game that everything was counting on. So I will not put my bets on them anyway. At all. Skinlords Red also being in where they should be, so I'd say Austin eSports out of all of these has the better chances of getting out, just off the fact that they have currently already 4 points, and you can see 12th position is 5, so they just realistically just need to pick up a match or 2, and they'll be fine. And
I believe they haven't played against Team Red Eyes, so that could be a really interesting matchup to see. Which team can come out on top, either Latvian or Estonian one. But here we can see, I believe all the players are in the server, most of them are ready, and I believe we can head into the match. Cool. So one more time, I'll say our predictions. For you, it was 16-11 in favor of Volsung. I said 16-10 in favor of Volsung. Okay. Hopefully, there's not going to be a mistake from us, our side. And I'm just enjoying this because I see your discomfort.
Yes, I am in physical pain right now, and I hope you are enjoying yourself.
Yes, because I believe although I'm not putting too much hope on your winning this week's prediction game, I think I might kind of...
You pray that I don't win.
Yeah, I might be very sad with the outcome of this, right?
Yes.
Great, but let's jump into the 9th round between Volsung and XGR. Let's see who's going to start on that CT side. As we all know, on Train, against these kind of teams, both of the teams really want to start on CT side and not C. At this scenario right here, as now it's going to be Krivi Brocky, as they're going to take the both players down, and Volsung, they're going to win the 9th round, and this should be a relatively easy start. Although I want to see how they're going to approach these pistols. Do they want to surprise XGR out of nowhere, or they want to be calm and collected and just wait for the right time when to pull the trigger on those USPSs?
They'll probably start, of course, on the CT side here, and will try to accumulate as many rounds as they could possibly have, meaning that I think what their game plan is probably going to be a solid hold. They're not going to go for aggressive pushes. At least I wouldn't be risking it. It's never worth it. Yeah. I mean, why would you? On Train.
On Train, kind of, because it's pretty easy to get a good angle while waiting for the terrorist.
Most of your teammates are going to be purchasing armors, meaning that you're not going to have the fuse kits, therefore you need to stop the round essentially before the bomb goes down. Otherwise, you're going to be in a high pressure situation, and especially if you're going to be in lower numbers for the retake versus the amount of enemy players, then you might be in a world of trouble there. So I don't wouldn't want to see any sort of aggression coming out here. But speaking of aggression, it looks like it's also not in the plans of XGR eSports, as they did walk through that region here. And oh my god, there's going to be 4 players towards B, as Viscus already will actually go down. Doesn't manage to spot any, but Yakinder in a very good position here, as Brocky already has managed to find 2, and he's just passing information, but he doesn't find anything here, as Warden will find Maxo. He will go down, and that is going to be only Zenki remaining here in a 1 versus 2 situation. No defuse kit on the side of Volsung here, but Brocky with 3 kills will go down here, and Zenki still has the Molotov.
This is such a good situation for XGR, as now he's going to realize where the player is, as he's going to be pushed, and now he has to go for the kill. The time is running out. He's going to get the kill. The Molotov will fade. Can he get it? He has to run into Molotov to defuse, and I believe he has just enough time to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, he should actually make this.
Oh. But
yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Barely, but fine. Absolutely fine. Calculated. Hashtag calculated in the chat.
I was really worried when he had 83 HP. He could easily run into that Molotov and go for the defuse just to not
and
have
also,
that last second defuse.
Yeah, I mean, Zenki with that Molotov in that instance, you should have just fallen 1 corner further back, especially when you hear the players already getting up on the stairs. Like, just run away, dude. You've already essentially won the round, and you can see it was a millisecond, essentially, before it would have been closed out. So, unfortunately, it didn't work out for XGR, but they will be able to purchase up a few deagles here, and Kree already expecting this, and that is going to be him going down, but Warden picking up the slack and finds 3.
Oh, they have found a good stand-in, as Viscus is going to take the last 2 down. Good job from the stand-in Warden. They're getting these 3 kills. I was quite impressed that Kree was staying in that kind of an open position when he saw the players rushing in.
I don't think he expected a triple peak coming out there. So, I mean, you can only shoot 1 at a time for the most part, unless they line up in some form. But, of course, XGR eSports, off the back of the fact that they did have the plans already, you can see that they'll be exploding towards A. ZAL already picks up 2, but together with Kree, Brocky, and Warden, they will trade back, and now XGR eSports need to play from a deficit.
Yes, but HS, if he gets lucky here, he's going to get Kree. It's going to be 2v2. And now with HS in this position, this could be pretty interesting to see, as Zenki is going to take down Warden, and only Yekindar will remain here in this scenario against 1v2. With this smoke fading, he has to be really careful where he decides to peek out, as we know how easy it is to hide behind the trains. And now he's going to peek in. He's going to spot them both. He's going to take down HS. Now only Zenki remaining. We already saw what Zenki can do, and he's going to get the kill. 15 HP remaining on him, and my god, Yekindar, he's gonna be pretty upset about that one.
Yeah, that's the good old classical M4 dink no kill situation, and I mean, it feels so bad.
It definitely does, and as already we know, Husky kind of helps the team collect themselves after these kind of situations. Hopefully it's not going to be an issue without them.
I feel that's a bit too early for it, but if it keeps on going this way, then there's definitely going to be some temperaments flaring here, as now Viscus will smoke off the pop dog area. We'll just make sure that nobody's being cheeky about it and trying to push through the smoke here. Maxwell obviously as well expecting a push from the CTs, knowing they will be forcing up, and perhaps they have watched the replay for
we can see
how Wilson play.
Yekindar as well has slowed things down. He's not pushing in anymore, as Viscus now finding the player into pop dog. Already there goes 1, as now Warden with 1 kill. HS managing to find 1. Now Warden has to be pretty careful. Playing against AKs in this kind of situation, as we already know, does not end well. Now with all these flashes, 3 against 4 situation, they're going to run out, and HS now still on top of the train. I want to see, because at one stage it could be 2 or 3 players peeking his way. Has to be really careful.
And somehow HS staying alive here on top of this train, but as I say that, he will be fined by Kinder, and he finds a second as well. Picks up the AK, and Brocky, of course, shutting it down with the scout. So instantly around back towards Volsung, and thank God so, otherwise they will be economically reset in this situation. So they will be able to buy up here relatively well, at least considering the fact that they know that XGR Sports are, eSports, excuse me, are going to be on pistols once again. But they have some amount of utility here, and I mean, having 2 Deagles and 3 P250s is definitely not a bad combo. You have that mid to close range weaponry available, as well as towards that longer distances with those Deagles. So it looks like it's going to be a contact play towards B here. And obviously, judging how Volsung have placed themselves on the map here, they are expecting that this most most likely might be a B, considering that there are 2 players already from the start of the round here.
Yeah, let's see who's going to spot the players first. Now Brocky checking the upper. He's not going to be peaked yet. They're being pretty slow about this XGR. Now the grenades will run in. And now Yekinder going for the kills as he's going to find one. The Molotov doing so much damage, but he managed to find only one. As now Brocky will remain on the side as he get the kills. Only HS will remain. 2 for Brocky, 1 for Whiskas here. And HS can't even find one. It was only Yekinder going down, and also now definitely picking up the pace. Their economical situation is getting better and better by the round, as now they only need to shut down XGR in this round and they should be okay.
Yeah, so it looks like XGR eSports made it onto the side, but then it just went so south for them. As now, one more time, Volsung, of course, on a full buy here. XGR eSports on a essentially full economical round will be rushing towards B, and Yekinder is going to have a lot of kills, I hope, here, as the Molotov will burn down these players. He will find 3, as Brocky has found 1 in the process, and he's looking to secure the 4th here. Whiskas will steal it away, and that is going to be 5-1 in favor of Volsung here. So this buy round is extremely crucial for XGR eSports in order for Volsung not to start snowballing away. Otherwise, they're just going to have too much money, and they will be able to essentially continuously lock them down with these nades as long as they are used appropriately here. One more time, timings are very important here on train when you use your nades, because you can essentially mess up the round for the terrorists just by how you use them. And this double peek towards Ivy here, Brocky can always fade away with that op, and instantly there will be help just around the corner. They did jump across, and now the peak should come through any second here, as the smoke will be deployed. Flashbang, of course, and now Cree with the unlucky timing onto Maxwell. He was not flashed in that situation, so therefore was able to come out on top.
You can see now also they're not going to push any more positions, as their peak towards Ivy did not work out towards main as well, even losing Cree in that situation here, as now XGR as well slowing things down. And I believe XGR, they're kind of surprised that Volsung don't have the same approach as Maxwell. One more time is going to find a kill onto Whiskas. They're just so impatient about pushing this position. They're going to 3 players already have went down towards the A main, as now it's going to be only Yekinder with Warden remaining here. 2v2 even, as Warden has found the kills, but no, Maxwell is gonna get the 1 more, 3 kills for him, and now 1v1, 8 HP on Yekinder in this scenario, and with the M4, we already remember how it went down the last time. So here Maxwell has to be really patient. He still has those 2 flashes. He should ought to use them in this kind of scenario, as he kind of has an idea where Yekinder could be, and great job as he already suspects him being on the train. Now let's see if Yekinder will peek out, and we'll look for the opportunity to get the kill, and they're changing positions from one position to other, as here now Maxwell spotting the player, and Yekinder had no idea that the player could be there. 5-2, but both rounds that XGR eSports have won has been with only 1 player left alive.
Yeah, so it's not coming easy for them, definitely here, but happy to see that they are able to compose themselves in these situations, not get too nervous. And Maxwell as well, I mean, he played that so incredibly well, understood that the enemy player is on low HP, and meaning that he of course at some point in time will be looking for information. Therefore, him peeking any sort of position, being in the longer range, should in theory come out on top, as Brocky finds the essentially almost a pixel headshot onto Knight there. So that is already the entry for the side of Volsung, and of course also a lot of information gained for Brocky in the process, saying that there's nobody else up close, nobody else is looking to trade, therefore most likely these players are heading towards A.
And as well, in the first time in 7 rounds, Volsung decided to push B. The first time, so they have had their adjustments, knowing that the players could learn from their previous trend performances. And here we can see Volsung that they have kind of changed. You don't see the same Volsung we saw last week.
Yeah, their approach is definitely more composed, and perhaps it's just also off the fact that Husky is not there, so they are more mindful themselves, understanding that they cannot make mistakes here. As Warden now will spot a few of these players, and Brocky already will find Maxwell as HS takes him down. And Zenki now will go down to Whiskas as he pushed through that smoke in that situation. Whiskas finds a second onto HS as well. That leaves only ZAL remaining here as he finds the 1, tries to switch it out for the op, but Yekinder already there, rotated from B.
The second time XGR have been reset on this map. They're having really tons of issues. What do you think needs to be done for them that could change this game up? They're losing the rounds way too often.
they also fully commit when they do so, as in there are no fakes. On train, you would like to see if you can get some sort of over rotation happening from one or either side. And playing off of the fact that they should know that still Yakinder plays most of the time very close towards B. You can have like 2 players posted up in the upper B halls and essentially throw plenty of nades towards B to make sure that it looks as if it is going to be a B hit. And then one more time, as I said, I mean, in this situation, probably Popdog is their best choice, considering that Ivy is being played quite often by 2 players, as in as soon as there's some sort of action, another player comes in to help. So they should understand that Popdog in that situation is exposed. You could even play it as a double fake and have one guy with plenty of utility in Ivy afterwards, and then just hit B one more time with all the remaining 4.
Yeah, that is true. And as well, now XGR eSports, they're trying to see if anyone was going to backstab them as they were moving into Popdog here. Now Yakinder, as he's going to push forward, he will spot the player ZAL getting now. This Brocky is going to find a player on top there on the heaven positions. Now only 3 players will remain. You can see they're already being pretty slow about this one. Now HS with the P250, can he really fight up against Ops here as he's looking for the kills, but instantly also clean up XGR. That was a really good idea. I really like that they checked behind if anyone's pushing into Popdog, if there's anyone close trying to hear what's happening there. But you can see even then when they're moving into site, every single position is covered by a player who essentially is going to win that duel.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. XGR eSports' best bet is over rotations in playing against Wolfsung, especially as they are playing currently, like right now.
Yeah.
They're extremely composed, and as you can see, just off the fact that there are players helping out instantly in Ivy, you can already start a fake off of that fact alone.
Yeah, as well. And here I like this position from Maxel. He's kind of risking it with the option of Yakinder pushing in there. But now as the smoke is going to slowly fade, Maxel switches position. I want to see if Yakinder will get caught.
Oh, he spotted him.
No way. Just a glimpse of the player there. Great timing there for Yakinder to actually manage this one. And as we can see on the other side, at the moment, still XGR eSports. This is going to be an A split. So they're going to go through Popdog in A main. So if they manage to get Viscous here as well, they have the second player up there. Warden now is going to be close towards A main as well as the Popdog. So even this could really go south for XGR.
And I like how Warden just positioned himself towards that little edge there, but he still will go down to HS, of course, not too surprised off the fact. But an instant trade was available for them now, and Brocky, one more time, with the help of Yakinder, will need to hold this B bomb site down. Yakinder is always mindful with his nades, but as I say that, he will go down as Maxwell will find Brocky, and this is a 2 versus 3, as Zenki, still alive on low HP, will come in to check behind, but Maxwell will help out in that situation now. Only man standing, does have the Molotov available, so he can still, this is doable.
This is definitely doable because as well, XGR eSports, they just used their Molotov towards Connector. So they kind of, in a way, messed up here. As now, he does not spot the player and Zila is going to take him down. Great job there by XGR. This time, 2 players left alive. Now, all they need to do is they should not risk this one. How do you think they should approach this one? Like they did here? In this round?
I'd say definitely, yeah, that's one of the options you can try, but seeing that HS, for example, is on no nades at all here, I really would like to see them play off Zenki with the AVP in hand and just see if we can open up a site for them before they actually trick in to make sure they have enough amount of utility. But as I say that now, HS will find Whiskas already, as Warden will take down Zila. Zenki finding another one towards A here, and it looks like they might be able to force themselves onto the site, as now Yakinder and Brocky both finding kills in this situation, and it is instantly a 2v2. Somehow Maxwell now pushing onto the side, giving away his position, still finds Brocky, only Yakinder remaining here, and his position was now, so I'm curious to see, will he try to fake the fact that he has gone away and just try to find some sort of timing, as he will give away his position, and that is going to be Zenki landing the shot through the smoke, meaning XGR eSports will find their 4th round, and that is already starting to get good.
Yeah, most definitely on train as well. Like 4 to 5 rounds is kind of quite okay score to have. And did you like the Yakinder's approach there when the smoke was dropped down? He was waiting for the timing, or should he just rotate it away?
Not spraying through. I mean, he should have... I would have tried to fake the fact that I'm going away. As now HS actually will find 2 kills already here. Has spotted the 3rd player. Looking to see if he can find the timing here. I didn't notice... I don't think he noticed him in sandwiches. Brocky will be taken down. That leaves only Kree.
Ooh,
and he will be picked up. No kills for the side of Volsung here. And now... this is getting into dangerous territory. As you can see, CTs are going to be limited in their utility. And as long as XGR eSports can bait out that utility initially before they commit onto a site, that should be very doable for them. So this is starting to get close. I mean, as we all know, on train, 5 rounds on the terrorist side quite often is already enough.
Yeah, you can see Volsung already switching things up. They're going to be aggressive towards the ramp position. Maxwell will here react in time as Brocky's going to take him down. That MP9 already has done so much work, and I really like this boost. You don't see it too often, checking the top positions of the train, and here Viscous, he probably won't hear anything, so won't have the opportunity to surprise the enemies. But here, with 4 players left alive, so 2 in Pop Dog, 1 waiting in that A position. This is going to be an A split. Do you agree with having 2 players in main and 2 in Pop Dog?
It's a difficult one to say. I mean, it's so dependent on the situation. As now ZAL battling it out in Ivy here. Viscous, he was not spotted in that situation from Team Main, surprised, but he needs to find this kill, and he will, as now the pressure has been alleviated towards the A site, and HS needs to go huge here. He will find the kill towards the site. Almost got Brocky in that situation, who's spraying down desperately, and with the help of Warden, they will be able to close it out here. And that second transfer from HS, if that would have gone down, I feel like it would have definitely been XGR's round, as they should have been able to trade it out then.
Here as well, kind of unfortunate, although HS found Creed there on top of the train with that boost position that I was talking about. A pretty good situation, but also they managed to react in time. As here Brocky managed to react in time, as taking down ZAL already, and here XGR one more time slow towards the B apartments, and hopefully they're going to check that Pop Dog position as Viscous is there waiting, and now Yakinder with his signature move on train pushing towards that B position. Will he spot the enemy players? He's gonna see one is gonna go for kill, he's looking for one, he's gonna find 2, and is now only, who is that already moving into the site? Knight, who managed to find a kill there, as now Warden the only guy left. Here Brocky realized he has to go back towards the A site since Zenki managed to get the kill there, I believe, from the Pop Dog position. So 2v3, but in this situation it's still in favor of Volsung. As here both the players are gonna, looks like they're gonna head towards the A main. You can see Krieg how far he has already gotten, and if he stays there, oh, this is just the perfect position. Although when this much time has passed, they should check it.
Timing.
Yes, he could have managed to get actually backstab for them if we just waited a bit longer. But that didn't happen, so let's see. Brocky as well, okay, super defensive position with Warden being close towards the B beginning, so they're gonna basically wait for the bomb to be planted, at least towards the A sites. And for B, Warden has to react in time, as already 1 player is moving his way towards this position.
He's purposely making a lot of noise here, as obviously they're looking to go towards A afterwards. You could see that already forced the rotation from Brocky out here, especially with that smoke.
He almost takes down Warden, 25 HP left on the guy. You can see Zenki, he has free sight.
Yeah.
Great job there from XGR. Now I'm curious to see how the retake is gonna go for the side of Volsung, as instantly mauls out towards connector, so no luck for Warden. He can run through it with 25 HP. That's quite unfortunate news for him, as now we're gonna be seeing Brocky spotting the player, so they already know where one of the players are, but they don't know about the second. But at least they're both towards the same position. Mainly the Pop Dog and here Electric box.
And Volsung have only a single flashbang available here, and I don't think they will be expecting Zenki to be in Pop Dog. Is now, excuse me, that was Knight creeping down there, as Zenki did manage to find that first kill in that situation. And excellent play from XGR eSports here. They just need 1 more round in order to really make this a very solid half. And as we've seen time and time again, they're not a team that gives up. So, I mean, already, as I said before, probably same as Figure of 5, they might have issues closing out the games. Yeah. But they are able to stand head-to-head with essentially anyone here, as far as I can tell, is now Kree with a few of his buddies is going to be pushing from B here towards B apartments, and Brocky will find HS, and that's a huge pickup here, as now Knight obviously in danger, scared to move out, and understands that the drop might be coming through here, as now Viscous will be taken down, but that is already Kree finding the kill in return, so they're just looking to trade this one out, and so far it's working.
It kind of is, you can see 4 against 3 situation, even with the pistols also coming out on top. But here Zenki with 1 kill, and if he finds Kree, this should be a route over for Wolfson. Kree has to be really careful about the players being towards those B apartments, as now he will he be checked? No, they're not even going in there. They're gonna instantly go towards the B site, and I believe Brocky has given the information that he should be now should be going towards B site. And here Kree, will he manage to get the timing right, or will it be Zenki who succeeds?
No, the bomb has been already planted, so Zenki is going to be checking that behind position, as now Brocky will go down as well as Yakinder. Only Kree remaining here. He doesn't have a defuse kit, so
yeah,
it's the last round. He needs to go here, but yeah, that solid headshot from ZAL. And you can see he's really shown up here. And has been a crucial point for his team with the help of HS and Zenki. I mean, the scores are not far apart for them, but exactly. That definitely is enough, obviously, to gain 7 rounds here. So that's why I said, just off the fact that Wolfsung had that one economical reset, this is the result of it, and therefore a risky situation. Now, question is, how will Wolfsung come back into this match, as I don't feel like they feel too advantageous right now, and HS in this possession already has heard a lot of players will smartly fall back here, and they will decide to go for that upper side push, as this is drawing so much attention. But HS and Maxwell both finding instant kills in that situation. Yakinder will be able to throw one back as HS finds his second, I believe. He will go down to Warden. The bomb will be planted, so that's extra money gained. Still, Warden does have that Molotov in hand, as now Knight will take him down, and Warden already deploying that Molotov, pushing the CTs away.
This scenario, I was quite surprised that Yakinder got killed off. His after-plant position was surprisingly bad in that kind of scenario, and Warden having that Molotov already thought, okay, Yakinder and Warden, they are alive, they have the Molotov, this should be a relatively easy round for them.
Yeah, and I feel like that Kree also slightly rushed in that situation by jumping out towards that left-hand ledge. Obviously, your position will be checked, but I mean, you really need to... I feel like it's a better play in that moment. Try to surprise the player with a relative off angle, or perhaps just a strafe, because jumping on it means that for some time you're going to be kind of static. You're going to be static, your aim is going to be slightly off, and also I don't believe he knew if there is still a player in connector or no, so like if there's 2 people watching anyway, then well, it didn't work out. Regardless though, good job, XGR eSports do manage to pick up the first round and looking to change the tides, but as I say that, Brocky already finds ZAL with the help of Iskas, and that single AK might play a huge role for Wolfsung here, and sometimes it's all it takes. Yeah, most definitely, especially in the hands of Brocky here, the new rising star. He just get his timings right, and he's going to go together with his team. I thought he's going to be left alone towards Ivy to have that backstab opportunity with that AK. But leaving Viscas with P250, also kind of okay situation if they manage to sneak past CTs. But here you can see as well, XGR's approach towards this round. They're checking Ivy, they're checking Pop Dog as well, the main. So at any point, Wolfsung are going to show themselves. There's going to be instantly the information passed onto other players. And I believe Wolfsung can definitely try to fake things out in this kind of scenario, as XGR eSports were so successful at the end of the first half there. So they should really take a page out of their book. And it looks like HS as well as Knight will need to be the anchors of bomb side B here, as Knight already spots the first players but starts spraying just before time, as now HS with Maxwell, in that situation will be able to pick up a lot of kills here. That means only Viscas remaining on from us. 25 seconds, 1v4, doesn't look likely here, so he's probably going to be trying to save in CT spawn, as well as see if he can find any players in the process, or deal as much economical damage as he can. Because economical damage is going to be so huge right now. So he's going to take down Maxwell, looking for the next kill, but Knight is going to win in that duel. So at least 2 players dead for the side of XGR eSports. And as we can see, Wolfsung, they're going to force up one more time. Last round, I believe Brocky forced up with that AK as well, and he was left with only 450. And it looks like you don't like this. Bye. No, because forcing up now means you won't be able to do that later on. I feel like you should have just gone for one more pistol round. It's better to do it earlier and then have more money afterwards, rather than put yourself in a situation where, per se, after 2-3 rounds you won't be able to force up when it would be, say, viable. Yes. 8 to 9 really scoreline is not really where you're super worried still, whereas if it is a situation where it's like 13-11, then might be so. As well, as we're talking, Yakinder, of course, does find a kill with the Deagle. And looking to find a second, if anyone picks him, he might...
They are even trying to do that. So XGR eSports, they might be kind of overconfident here as well. Small signs of that is showing at the moment. And with Volsung being so patient, and as well, they're not pushing towards B, so they're not going to run into HS, so it could be relatively hard for XGR, as HS is kind of a force that you want to have.
Yeah, so Yakinder actually tried to bait out these players, perhaps slightly with showing that he's crossing over back towards the spawn side, but HS with his positioning constantly was giving information that there's nobody close B, and he already found Whiskas in that situation as well, as now Maxwell has found one more, and he will find his second there, as now only Warden and Kree remaining here. Warden will find Zila looking to add on top, and will find his second, so still a 2v2 situation, as the connector will be smoked off here. The player will push out. Knight has been found towards heaven, and only HS remaining here. Needs to go huge, as he finds one here in a 1v1 with Kree, does spot the head there, and quickly fades away as well.
So Kree here, he understands that he can now easily go for the plant here, and with that smoke has to be pretty careful as HS spots him on the edge. What a great use of a smoke from this Estonian player. Now he's going to go for it. He's going to be 10-8, and Volsung, they're not looking too good.
Yeah, definitely not looking too good, and this is why, okay, so the fact that they managed to plant the bomb is going to help slightly, but imagine if they hadn't planted the bomb here. You'll see in a second that that would have been a disaster, as already, like, they can only purchase pistols and armors in this situation, and they have so far lost 3 rounds in a row here.
Yep. So, in total 5 rounds if you count in the last half, so they need to really switch things up. And do you think completely fast push, or...
They should just go for a fast A, I'd say. Just throw a smoke in front of yourself just to make sure that you can get out of that T main, and with a tons of flashes you should be flying out here, as Brocky with the MAC-10 is already trying to do so here, but he will be taken down through the smoke, I believe, as Zilo now will find one and looking for his second towards Ivy. He will be taken down by Viscas, but still a 3 versus 4 situation, and it's already falling apart from the beginning unless Yakinder can do something about it, as Warden will find Knight in this situation now. Yakinder scares the player right next to him and also spots one in Ivy. That is Zenki, that he will take him down, so only Viscas now remaining here with 37 health. No nades in hand, has found 1 kill in this round, but the positioning of HS one more time. The guy is just in front of him 1 step at a time, constantly.
As well, in this kind of scenario as well, I thought Viscas, okay, Zenki was tagged by Yakinder there. He should kind of have a relatively good chance here, but standing up against HS, who was 100 HP at that time, does not go well for Viscas in the end. 8-11, my predictions out the window, but at this stage looks like even both of our predictions could be out of the window. Yeah,
this is not far off from us being horribly wrong here.
This is the second time Viscas already goes for the Galil and Warden for the Scout. Do you think that kind of is not necessary at this stage? Their money is not so good, so they're not really thinking about that.
This is the moment where you need Husky to tell you, calm yourselves. We need to go on a pistol round, as obviously that is not happening now. Yakinder will go down with that weapon switch. Didn't work out for him. Both Zenki and Knight finding Yakinder and Brocky. So those are 2 entry players definitely down on their side. But as I say that, Whiskas does manage to find 2 quick kills in return there as well. As now Warden with the Scout, I mean, he's only on 7 HP here and has the bomb. He's holding for any sort of pushes, but those are unlikely at this stage.
Yeah, most definitely, like 3 against 3 situation. XGR understand that they shouldn't even try to do anything weird, but they're still staying close towards like A main as well as Ivy, so they want to have that quick rotation if it's needed.
Yeah. So now ZAL actually crossing over will spot these players, and most likely that was also the bomb that was spotted in radar here. As you can see, there's already a player from B heading towards A here and is going to be going for those back lines. They are obviously extremely concerned of the fact that these players might make into CT spawn, and that is not an ideal situation. Zenki also aware of the fact that Whiskas will be pushing out from teammate. He will find him quickly now, as now both Kree and Warden need to go huge. Warden somehow finds kills, as well as does Kree, and now HS one more time in a 1 versus 2 situation. Can go for that deny, and he will find, as now Kree will go down. Oh,
I thought he was backstabbing and that should have been it. That should have been all she wrote, but no, HS with a crazy flick around, realizing where Kree is pushing. V is speechless. What is going on? XGR, they're showing up.
Painful.
Yeah, that was way too close.
Obviously HS is kind of helping out here, but still, Jesus Christ.
That was quite crazy. I believe Kree won't be happy with that. But you can see here, also they haven't stopped the push, and XGR, they realize that. That's why Warden burned down. They know that there's at least one player pushing around those trains. But here, as they're pushing out from this position, Yekinder's going to be the only guy left alone. So Ivy pushed completely demolished there by XGR. Zinky got 3 kills there. Now only Yekinder left 1v3. And from the back lines, Knight comes in, takes him down. And I haven't seen Volsung fall apart that fast.
Yeah, definitely not so far, but as you can see, I just wanted to mention, I was curious if there's going to be 2 ops coming out from them, and that is exactly the case. So, this round in theory should be relatively slower until the first kill comes with the AVP here, and both of them probably going to be, one is going to be heading towards A, one is going to be heading towards B, I would say, just to see where they can find these picks. As you can see, Warden is already peeking towards the stop sign and looking to see if he can spot any players in Sandwich or towards Ivy, and the second player, where is he? Oh, they're actually going to be heading in towards Ivy. No, that is Rocky watching me.
Yeah,
excuse me. I just saw 2 players in Ivy in radar and assumed that is going to be the case. So, Volsung understanding now that these players are looking for peaks, Warden will already find Maxwell here, and as we previously already said, it's either him showing up or not, and he's definitely shown up so far, but needs to go huge. Same as his teammates, as now HS one more time looking to see if he can find the timings here, and he might just do so as he spots one of the players and trying to fall back instantly, but Yekinder does manage to get that trade in. This is the moment where he needs to fake out B as much as they can, as now Zinky will need to go huge. He finds the first and finds the second. That is also the bomb drop, and he's retrieving the AK in that situation just to make sure he can deal a most amount of damage in close range.
How quickly XGR realized what's going down. Instantly they check the positions that need to be checked when they understand, okay, they're going to hit the B side. We still need to check Pop Dog. Instantly going in, getting those 2 kills. Huge job done already there by Zenki, as now I really like this approach from Volsung. 2 players sandwiching in the Pop Dog area here, as from the back lines. Whisk is going to take him down. Now they both can move in and try to take control of that A side. And ZAL now, as he's been showing up, he has to show up here as well. It's going to be now solo, but Whisk is there. With the quick flick, will take down Zila. It's going to be 1v2 as Knight with the op. Not the best case scenario to have that, but still, this could definitely work out, as we've seen crazier stuff has worked out in this game. Yeah,
so, I mean, Knight is definitely going to go for this, but Whiskas with the angle will come out on top there. Of course, also the fact that the AVP is just a very long weapon. It definitely gives away your position a lot sooner. So Whiskas was ready for that one. Still, though, if Volsung lose this round, they're probably done. It just economically till the very end of the game.
Yeah, this could be the case. But against pistols, they at least haven't seen any kind of crazy pistol wins.
Well, Maxwell can go crazy with his elites, dual elites, that is. And they're going to be pushing B here as Yekinder will find 1, 2, 3, and looking to find a 4, and unfortunately will go down as HS will find 1, looking to add on top, but Warden will take him down with the CZ in hand. That leaves only Zenki alive here with 12 HP. And why did the hell did you shoot? Just save the AK.
Yeah, in that scenario here, he was expecting way too much, although he almost got the timing to catch out the op player, I believe, rotating there towards the site. So that was kind of relatively...
not worth it.
Yeah, high risk, high reward situation, but the risk did not pay off.
Okay, so obviously you can see now XGR doing what Volsung should have done a few rounds ago. Going for another pistol round there. HS will pick up the UMP. Warden will find Zenki, who somehow...
He already hears them running forward, as he's going to look for the kill onto Maxwell. He's going to look for the 3rd one as well, but Zila instantly with the shutdown. That is now up in the hands of
and
XGR.
The bomb!
As well as there's going to be now Brocky taking down one of the players here. Already he's going to push out. He's being way too aggressive, I believe, in this kind of scenario. But with that flashbang, he can allow himself to do so. As now there's going to be only one guy left alive. HS with the UMP. If he peeks out, he's going to be instantly taken down there by Kree. Although he doesn't even lose any HP points and managed to get away. But still, with the UMP against 4 players, you're not hoping for too much.
No, not really. You're just running away in this situation, as you can see. He's jumping across every single spawn point, actually kind of taunting the players there, but...
he has to be pretty careful. Viscus almost got the kill, although he still didn't hit HS. This guy's movement is kind of out of the world. You can't really catch him.
Somebody land the bullet on the dude at least.
As Brocky, he is in pretty good position. You can see HS is expecting that thing as well to happen. He's not going to push on forward, but Viscus is going to be the guy who's going to win that one. So 11-13 is going to be now full buy round from XGR eSports. And even if they win this one, there's still a lot of chance for Volsung.
Yeah, they so far have accumulated some amount of money, so XGR eSports will definitely need to have back-to-back rounds here. But one more time, also, they will bring out a double op set up on their side. Only Brocky with the AVP now currently sitting for Volsung. 3 players are going to be heading towards Ivy here, as the remainder 2, one just made noise from main here just to make sure there's enough distraction. And this is going to be a run boost for Brocky. Doesn't find anything, but that would have been juicy.
He's still waiting and he's gonna miss the shot. Although he did tag ZAL, but not too much damage dealt. The grenade coming through, 47 HP on this op guy. Has to be pretty careful because 3 players are pushing Ivy position. Dude, you have to check it or go away, as he's now gonna go away from that position here. Yakinder does not get lucky, pushing out solo in the A side, so they didn't have that element of surprise that the Zeros are coming in from all angles. But now, as they are pushing out from this position, they have to be pretty careful, as who is it up there on the train? Zenki was trying to land some shots. Kree's gonna get Zila, so there's at least 1 player going down, as now Kree's gonna find Maxwell as well. Warden with the kill on Zenki, only 2 players remain. Knight with HS, and here Knight, he's gonna find a kill. I believe he tagged Viscus as well. He's not gonna get the next kill, only HS 1v3, but already he could get in situations where it'd be all the time 1v1s. As you can see, they're kind of spread out around the A site.
Yeah, and him having the AVP in hand, he might still pick these players apart as he finds the first, but this instant peek after Warden will shut it out quickly here. So, 12 to 13, still in favor of XGR eSports. They will be going for pistols here one more time. Definitely not a round where you can allow yourself to force up. So, essentially, this should be evened out here.
You can see, you've also lost 6 rounds in a row. Now, XGR have lost 4 rounds in a row. Volsung switched up only after 6 rounds, so here the question is, what's going to be the next round that we're going to see from XGR?
And I mean, Kree really not showing up here today. He's
as well, yeah. Have been quite
that's
silent.
Definitely a huge factor on their side. Unfortunate news for them, as you can see that Volsung are taking this approach very cautiously towards this round, understanding that these players most likely are going to be pushing, as they historically so far have shown that they are extremely aggressive in pistol rounds. Yakinder already will find Knight here, as Whiskas will find HS. Brocky taking down Zenki means only Zila and Maxwell remaining here. Maxwell with the USP will spot the player, but of course the AK in that situation will come out on top, and now Zila already is being expected, and Kree with the full spray pre-fire. Just
a team ace from Volsung as well. So a team effort for this round, as now this one's gonna come out on top. If I know Volsung that they are counting the money, so I'm curious to see as well. Usually when like you want to surprise enemy on a buy round, you just run all in as well. That kind of could get some attention off of the XGR players, and the information could be way too much. As you can see already, they're spreading around the map, so this could be that surprise push. As who is that boost up here? Maxwell with the op is trying to check towards A main. We can see Volsung, they're kind of realizing that some sort of thing could happen here, so they're waiting for the pushes.
Yeah, a nice flash there from Brocky. I don't think I've seen that one before here. Not definitely non-BSL. So nice show of skill in that situation, and how you can use the objects around you. As so far this round is extremely cautious from both sides, but as I say that, Zila will find Whiskas towards Ivy and will throw a flashbang in one more time just to make sure nobody's going to be pushing through, as now Kree will need to use his smoke just so he can cross back here or see if he can force any sort of situation. Looking to see if he can force any sort of missed shots here just so he can cross safely.
You can see Zila as well. I believe he was a bit tagged there from Kree. So quickly getting back, not being way too aggressive. As here now Warden pushing on forward. I believe he faked out the player who was on top of the train. As now Zenki is going to get the kill. Warden has to be pretty careful. He knows where to look. Let's see if Zenki will peek in this kind of situation. As now he's pushing on forward. This could be Yakinder getting his lucky timing. Zenki is going to get the kill. Yakinder has the information about the player. And now he knows at least there's 1 player towards Connect. He's going to find one, but Zenki instantly with the kill back. As now Kree is pushing on forward. He does not get the kill. Only him remaining alive, and XGR eSports are changing the fights. 4 kills for Zenki, as they're going to get the 14th round and need only 2 to close this one out. And get kind of an upset out, as we were not expecting XGR eSports. They were on like 12th, no, like 11th place.
Yeah.
And Volsung are in the 2nd. So what is up?
I don't know, dude. I'm just watching, and well, I feel like the fact that Kree is not really shown up here is a huge factor on their side. As obviously everyone else from XGR Esports are now playing probably close to the best of their abilities, and seeing how close they are to a victory and definitely a loud upset here. One more time, the boost coming out from Yakinder and Brocky, looking to see if they can spot anything above that smoke, but I feel like it's just barely not enough there. And now with the fade, it's getting dangerous, and Zenki might find the timing here as the flashback comes through. He's fully flashed.
Oh, quite unfortunate timing there. I believe flashback didn't hit his body there and did not allow him to get the timings right. As good job from Warden. Like, he knows he has the bomb. He instantly got back where that flash came in. So no point in playing risky game at this stage.
Yeah, so slightly unlucky, I mean, that they didn't manage to get that kill towards T main, but still that's information gained in the process here, as now Kree will Molotov upper B out, making sure that nobody's going to be peeking here, and you can see that's already forced one of the XGR Esports players to head towards B, and HS also starts to feel uncomfortable, not really knowing how many players and what exactly is going to hit them. You can see that Wolfsung, with this extremely slow approach, is going to find perhaps some success here, as HS will find one, Zenki will find one as well, but Wolfsung do manage to train it back here in their favor, as Kree will find ZAL in the situation, and Knight will be spotted. He will take him down, and that is showing up exactly when you need to, as it is going to be 14-14 here, and the money for XGR Esports is reset. So Wolfsung just need to play this textbook right now, and really should close this one out. Otherwise, if they lose somehow right now, I will lose my mind probably.
Yes, although this more so looks like not Wolfsung losing, but this looks like more overtime kind of material here, as Knight finds Warden. How is that even happening? As Yakinder, at least he's gonna get a straight kill back. He's gonna find Maxwell as well. Two players in the A side, as here Zenki understands that he can't be that close, especially with the USPS at this stage. Both players realizing, and he evades the Molotov. Damage coming into him.
Almost, as he slightly was cooked there from underneath. Now Viscus will find the kill towards ZAL here, and HS, unless goes some wild headshots with that Deagle, not going to be the case. So match point for Wolfsung here, 15-14 in their favor. A slight backwards and forwards game there, and well, now XGR Esports need to make the best of what they have available. That is going to be an AVP, an MP9, a Scout, and 2 M4s. So still, I mean, doable.
Only
as long
two smokes. Only two smokes.
HS really needs to find early kills here, as they're going to be making a lot of noise towards B very early on. Or is that's actually Pop Dog? Zenki finds one, comes but the team kill.
As Zenki is going to go down. HS finding Kree, so this could definitely fall apart. 3v4 situation. Also being kite fast. Knight finding the kill. Only Brocky remaining here. 1v4. Can you believe what is happening on the screen? 15-15. Overtime is on its way. Can you clap for the excitement that's now inside you?
Internal screaming!
Yes! Let's do it. So I have to give props to Yakinder. 31 kill in the regulation time, but as well, not enough to win the game. Not enough. Not enough. So here in the overtime, Boston, they're not going to be too happy about playing overtime here. And XGR definitely can show up. And if you remember, which team had the record for most overtimes played in the Baltic Esports?
Shut up.
Okay. I'm gonna do that, as we're gonna now head into the first round of the overtime. Number 1, we can see Wolfsung, they're gonna be on the T side, so having a bit, not a bit different. They're putting 2 players towards B, which are gonna make some noise, making more noise towards Ivy as well, getting even the kill. Will kind of throw off XGR, so they might not have the best time here. But Maxwell, he's in overtime. You have unlimited amounts of money, you go for an automated shotgun. Whoa.
I mean, he's expecting for a double player drop down here, so that's a lot of area damage here. As you can see, he will find instantly Brocky there, and probably Brocky also not happy about the fact that you get killed with a gun like that in overtime here, as the flash will come through properly this time into T main here. Zenki establishing himself and passing a lot of information. Of course, these players did hear that a pop flash did come through here, so that is going to be a situation in return. As you can see, Warden taking that flash, looking to see if he can find a kill, but it wasn't good enough, as now Zenki will find Warden in that situation. Of course, the follow-up flash there, just looking to see if they can perhaps force out some sort of a mistaken movement from him, but the numbers game is not favoring them, as now HS will find Yakinder there towards B, who had managed to find relatively far as success towards that upper B. Cree with that kill towards Maxwell. What is it?
Yes, the game is going back and forth. You can't really tell at any point of this round who's going to take it, because the players are coming out pretty surprising. As now they're going to move towards the A side. Have to be pretty careful because almost all the 3 players are there. Zenki, okay, the Molotov will come down. Knight's going to find Viscous, and Knight fighting Cree as well. So him being on that train pays off. He's going to get the off. So they're going to have now double off set up on the CT side. And we'll also have to figure out how can they use it.
It's just...
Yes, it's weird things happening.
And look, Zenki one more time, picking up that automated shotgun, as there is going to be a double MVP setup on the side of XGR Esports, and of course off the fact that they have the money to continuously purchase these AVPs and obviously find these entries is something that they are extremely happy about, as it offers the best amount of possibilities. But it is going to be a fast B play round, and unorthodoxly here, HS will miss that shot, but Zenki with a quick flank might find the player here as he hears him approaching, jumping out around the corner. That is going to be warded out of the game, and now they're being constantly pushed from both directions. HS desperately looking to see if he can spot any players through the
Steel is getting the kills. How is this happening? He's now using push forward with the op. He might be spotted by Yakinder there, but they're both playing around the smoke here, so not showing up. And Cree, he's gonna be solo left towards the side. He's gonna Molotov the bomb. At least something's being done here, as Yakinder's gonna find one. Cree with the kill as well. Only 2 players remaining on the side of XGR. They're gonna use the smoke to go for the defuse, and now Knight peeking in. Will he spot anyone? Yakinder's gonna take down Knight. Only ZAL remaining. He's gonna go for the defuse as well. He's trying his luck. He's not being tagged down. He could defuse this one, but Cree will find the kill. That was a round packed with action till the end.
Yeah, and as you can see, the more pressure is both on these teams, the sloppier the rounds are getting. Like, it's backwards and forwards with them. Every man for himself, essentially. And you can see it comes down to essentially to the very last players here. Still, XGR Esports able to purchase a ton of utility on their side, despite the fact that they just lost a round, just of course because it is overtime. And I mean, already props to them. They already have stolen a point from Volsung here.
Yes.
Knight going huge there, finding 2 kills in that situation as Cree will take him down, but doesn't matter as Maxwell will find Cree. So only Brocky now remaining. Zenki finding that insta-kill, and he will already spot the last remaining player. That is, of course, information passed on. They know that he's in that all-off position. The flashbang coming over through one more time. Zenki just doesn't find too much luck with these flashes from his teammate, as now Brocky smartly will fall back into teammate. The Molotov will push him out, and Zenki through the smoke.
Oh, he's gonna get the timing right. 17-16. Props to Knight for playing in that pop dog position and killing everyone who came into his crosshair right there. Maxwell as well keeping an eye on for his teammate. So now 17-16. XGR Esports, they need only 2 more rounds to win. Volsung need to win the rest 3 rounds that are now available.
Well, I mean, definitely doable from their side as long as they don't make too many mistakes here. Of course, both teams, you can see every single nade on the board is there, as Brocky now peeking towards main, doesn't spot the player, and the timing will not play into his benefit, as I don't believe he was able to pass on the information towards his teammates. Warden still does suspect that he will spot the first player. That is going to be the bomb, as he will find the second in that situation. Cree will find ZAL. He will find his second as well, as now only HS remaining here will get the first kill, but can he find this 1v3 clutch in order to see if he can take his team a step closer? And that is going to be Viscous one more time, shutting it down here. So 17-17, Volsung definitely look like are ready to take over initiative here. So far.
Definitely looks like the case, as the score from the first side was 8-7. So Volsung as well, I was not giving them too much hope for the CT side, but here really okay round, being quite even aggressive with their approach towards this round. I want to see that continue on, just so they can surprise, and XGR can't really find any kind of holes in their play, as now Ward is gonna peek out, but ZAL instantly taken down. So Volsung a bit stepping there over the line, not so good, as here they're not even being the same Volsung that we saw winning the CT side. Volsung were winning the CT side, they were being quite aggressive towards the pop dog. They were being quite aggressive towards the A main. They were really close towards these angles, and here you can see they're even being more passive, and I'm thinking that could kind of bite them.
Yeah, I mean, now XGR Esports here with 2 players towards Ivy will give away their positions, and of course Cree is now calling for an A split, as Viscous will find Zenki in the process. ZAL will trade back here, and Cree now will perfectly turns away from the flash and finds the second as well. So that is going to be ZAL now left in a 1v3 here, and he's already being pushed from Sandwich, and that is Brocky with the AVP pushing up close, 18-17. So it's all or nothing for XGR Esports. Either it's overtime number 2 or it is GG's. How they do approach this, tell me.
I'm not sure.
I still have that one round in my mind that I'll show you afterwards that I feel like is something that you pull out in this situation. And also the thing that I was mentioning before. But one more time, Brocky with the peek towards T-main is not going to spot anyone here. And Yakinder with the huge risk in this round out of all will decide to push up close towards this smoke. One more time, he's going to be playing around it, so...
Yeah, which is kind of a new addition there. To him, as there's going to be one more time HS boosted up here. He could potentially find the player there towards the right side. Will he see the head? I believe he's spotted him now, but Brocky's already found the first kill. Now they're going to move out. They're going to look for more kills. Viscous with the kill. Viscous going to go down. Brocky now with y'all missing the shot. 4v3 situation. They have to be super careful now as everything stands on this. As now Kree's looking for the kill, but Zila is going to take him down. 3v3. Now Warden getting the kill as Zila can't find the player with y'all, but HS is going wild. He's going to take down Brocky. He's looking for the kill on Warden as well. Only Yakinder remaining 1v1. HS versus Yakinder. Let's see who's going to take down who. As Yakinder is going to take down HS in 1917. I was not quite sure what was HS plan there, running around basically in the open, but that was the case. And props to Volson for actually managing to close this one out. But as well, XGR, quite a surprise for us.
Definitely a surprise. Yeah. As we already previously mentioned, I mean, these is a team, still one more time, they can go head to toe here. Obviously, HS was a huge factor on their side, but one more time, you can see also Zenki dropping 30 in that match. It doesn't matter that it was the first overtime. And of course, one more time, Kree, look at him. Like in regulation time, he was still almost towards the end, still sitting on 8 kills and now 21. So he turned on when he needs to be. So obviously, we're going to see how this could have played out slightly differently here. So I feel like in this situation, the round that they should have gone for, if I may do so, is essentially, so what I would do is I would put 2 terrorists here in upper B halls. So that is going to be 1 terrorist player, and that is going to be the second, in order for them to smoke off lower B and upper B here in this position. So you don't, like, the connector player doesn't see how many people are from upper, and both of these players can try use, one of course is throwing flashes over here towards the site, and the second one can try, I mean, if the close is cleared out, you can try and bounce them actually towards the site here. So there's flashes coming over from here, meaning that the player in connector is definitely going to come back here, most likely somewhere around this position. Then afterwards you would have one person in Ivy here having a full set of nades, and he should find in. Whilst that's happening, you're definitely going to have a window where the CT player being in this position is going to continuously strafe and see if he can check. So one flashbang will give you an opportunity to smoke off, I would say, this side here. Then you should have a Molotov to be deployed in this position, and one more time, one more flash that you can try and use to push this through. In the meantime, these 2 players are still waiting after they have thrown their flashes, meaning so you have this guy here now that's like getting calls from the Ivy player, most likely either here or here, saying they're pushing through Ivy. So they're going to be pushing through, their idea is going to be that you're going to be pushing through the smoke. Now, in the process, you'll have one player here that it will start to move towards B when this guy starts to execute. So essentially the CT see an execute towards B. Then afterwards they see a lot of attention towards Ivy, and knowing that both of these teams had situations where they put 3 players towards Ivy, they're thinking Ivy, A happening. And of course afterwards, whilst this guy is going to commit fully towards the Ivy, and then you have 4 players coming into B. So essentially, these guys would have used some amount of utility for nothing. That is the CT players here. So that will use some amount of utility for nothing, and the over-rotation would have happened in that situation. So I feel like this is the round you pull out when it's like 18 to 17 situation to get that overtime.
Or even at the end there where it was 15-14. Bolton needed to pull something like this off.
During like the mid game as well, this is something that either of these teams could have essentially done. Not even the full extent of it, but still something that you could potentially do here. So I mean, these rounds so far are very basic for Train, I would say, and still, well, Volsung inevitably came out on top with the help of Kree switching it on, and of course in overtime they looks like realized, okay, this is like getting way too close for comfort. Also props to Warden, he really fit in that lobby of guys and was able to show us a great game here. So definitely a very strong match for them so far, and I feel like XGR's eSports should talk to HS and see if they can pick him up on the lineup, as that would be a great addition for them, and still though not really good enough.
Yes, that is true. The same as season 1. There's still something missing for them.
But also, excuse me that I interrupted you, but just wanted to say, I mean, because Volson won and I had that 1 round advantage, I have started off the prediction game with 1-0. So there's that.
Whoa.
Kick.
Congratulations. Are you happy about this?
They just got so much lighter.
Oh, you're already getting used to the weight.
Yeah, it's fine.
Pretty good, pretty good. One thing before we go to commercial break, I want to remind you about the Volt giveaway that you need to type in #Volt to be able to win. Of course, be subscribed to our YouTube channel, and as well Samsung giveaway. We're giving away Battlefield 1. So if you want to win that game, be sure to type in #Samsung in the chat. As for now, me and V are gonna go into small break, and when we come back, it's gonna be WSD Sports versus Joggers. So don't miss it.
Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom with Guns of Boom.
Lešik, butik, jau viss ir redzēts. Killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani, pārsteidz mani, pārsteidz mani, un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
When my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer. When I meet with you again, yeah. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I just can't wait until the summer. I just can't wait until the
Here's a little light of mine that I would never dare to find if you and I didn't collide.
All I wanna do is stay.
You've taken me by surprise. You brought me back to life. You didn't even have to try.
All I wanna do is stay.
Yeah, I'm flying away to the birds in LA and I won't be back. But I promise to you that the miles in between us will never change. The nights we stayed up, it felt okay. Turning to love a million days wouldn't be enough, so I can't stay.
All I wanna do is stay.
Time I say goodbye, missing you is hard to hide, but baby it's worth the price.
All I wanna do is stay.
With confidence in your eyes, you've taken off my disguise. I'll never leave that behind.
All I wanna do is stay.
Yeah, I'm flying away to the birds in LA and it hurts so bad.
Hello and welcome back to Baltic Esports League Season 2 Week 4. As you can see, V is enjoying his punishment quite a lot. Is that kind of helping you cope with it?
Yes, this is my coping mechanism.
Okay, after that game you could give some advice how to cope with that kind of loss for XGR, as was kind of tough. But let's not talk about that game, let's talk about this one, Joggers against VAZ Sports.
Yeah.
As we know, there's gonna be an addition to Joggers in the form of Sturzig. I believe he now is the in the roster, if I'm not mistaken, already picked up. So that is great news for Joggers, and I believe that as well is kind of a factor that helped them advance in the ESCA and could help out here to win against VAZ Sports, as they did manage to kick out Boo.
Yes, so Boo is out, Sturzig's in, so
Yeah.
at least starting to look like it. So, one more time on the side of Joggers, we're going to see Centron's, Reggie, Sturzig, Delection, and Tarov.
Yes, on the side of VAZ Sports, we're going to see Dodds, Spur, Shocks, Vista, and Bitcher. But before we touch VAZ Sports, I want to remind you that Reggie is back.
Yeah,
He's
so
feeling good enough to play.
essentially, not revealing too many details, Reggie did suffer a physical injury to his right palm, and apparently he was able to play with the injury and a few stitches on top. So, looks like he will be attempting to do so one more time, as they did find huge success yesterday, and obviously did manage to advance further on in the ESCA to the next division, meaning that there's no reason why they shouldn't continue as that, and as he said himself, he's able to do so, so why not? Of course, having the original... one of the original players in their lineup is always feels calming for them, especially when you want to face VAZ Sports. And both of these teams currently being VAZ Sports in the 4th position and Joggers in the 5th. It's an important match for either of them, because obviously one of these teams, and one wants to close the gap, the other one wants to extend the gap. So
Exactly, and at this stage we know like all the luck the Joggers has had. If they're winning this game, I believe they're gonna go huge in this season. But do you give them hope play against BESL Sports that we saw last week, 16-1 beating Lithuania, and this is another Lithuanian team.
Yeah, well, the fact that one more time I think Lithuania suffered such a great loss was because they really didn't look like they knew how to approach Nuke when they're playing against the BESL Sports, and I feel like. To be honest here, I think Joggers are in for a tough game considering the map is going to be Mirage.
Yeah.
And we already talked beforehand how much control-based it is when you're playing as CTs, especially when you're playing around middle area. And BESL Sports definitely know both how to approach it calmly, how to approach it aggressively, and I wouldn't really expecting to see any sort of like a lot of mistakes happening here, because in order for you to make a mistake tactically here, being on the side of BESL Sports, you really are essentially then throwing at that point. That's at least how I feel they should be approaching this match.
One more thing that they have in common actually is really strong lurkers. In Mirage, it's really important to have the strong lurker. For BESL Sports, there's many to point out. Almost any of them can go well. Like I really like when Spirit goes lurking, but I also enjoy Sturzik.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, so on the side of Joggers, they're going to have Sturzik. That's obviously a player that knows how to use his timings correctly and might potentially be a tipping point for the side of Joggers in the positive sense, saying that he might be a crucial factor, especially if he finds the correct timings towards, say, apartments being on the CT side or on the terrorist side especially. Same as it was, that was Inferno they were playing when Sturzik continuously was using apartments towards A side in Inferno, being on the terrorist side, and managed to find sometimes even 2 kills in a row, essentially just opening up the site and causing a lot of chaos on the CT side. So still, of course, is going to be a factor here, but I feel like a lot of it also is going to come down to the AVPs. I would be expecting Joggers to pick up the AVPs, and also I would say Sturzik might be one of the players that's going to abuse them. Because him being a mobile player around the map, I would be expecting him to see, like, I don't know, just being everywhere with the op, essentially.
Yeah, as well. That could be the case. Although they sometimes give the op to a different player. If things are not going their way, then at least they have the option to try out Sturzik and his luck. As here now the knife round is going to begin. We kind of know you want to start on CT side, but the Mirage is kind of 8-7, 9-6 kind of map.
Yeah. So what do you say about predictions, though?
I'm going to say it's going to be, in the end, I'm going to go the way of BESL Sports. It's going to be 16-10.
16-10,
yes.
Okay. I am going to not give so much hope for Joggers.
Okay.
And I'm going to say it's going to be 16-7.
16-7, okay. But we're both going the way of BESL Sports.
I don't feel like Joggers are still ready to face this opponent.
Yeah, that could be the case, but even at this stage, if Joggers are going to win, I'm going to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, so it's kind of hard to think for you, right?
When your back is in spasms.
Great to hear. But let's jump into the pistol round now. Let's see, Joggers going to start on that T side with their approach to the game. I believe playing slow is not going to be the best thing to do. As we know about sports, they're eager to find out information early on. So they really need to figure this one out. But they're real already, you can see. 3 players towards the A side, 2 towards B. So are they going to push through the underground? Yes, they will. So it's going to be an A split. But unluckily for them, BESL Sports, they have put 3 players towards middle.
And Shox is going to find so much information right now. I mean, it should be any second. Oh, he's going to fall back at the very wrong time, and he's going to be shot from connector here. But Vista already finding Tara off there. Spur coming in will find Sturzik, take him down, but Delection will equalize the scoreline here, as now Dodds will find Delection, and Vista finding his second 10 rounds there. Knows the last position of Reggie as he made himself known and now needs to fall back. The bomb is down on A site, and this looks impossible right now for Reggie with 59 HP. He's trying to fake out the movement, but because the CT's pushed in so early, they still know he's in apartment, so he's essentially stuck.
Yeah, that was the case. And for Shox as well, it didn't go as bad as I thought when he was not spotting the players there, as his teammates were ready to come in to help. As now, okay, Reggie, he finds one. If he managed to find Bitcher, that's going to be as well like the kid drop down. Although Dodds is already pushing him from behind lines, Reggie has to be pretty careful, and Dodds, great crosshair placement, instantly taking head down from Reggie. Is going to be 1-0 in favor of eSports.
Yeah, so eSports start off solid here. Of course, the fact that they were able to drop the bomb so early towards A as well was extra pressure on top of the terrorists, looking to see if they can quickly equalize the scoreline, and unfortunately didn't go their way. I must say that it did look very scary for Shocks there for a second, as he was falling back into that connector, and of course then exactly at that timing 2 terrorist players are walking out there, but because they weren't able to find them instantly there, it really didn't work their way, as now Dodds one more time towards B here with the nade in hand already will spot these players, so the nade should do quite a lot of damage here as he hears these players approaching, will find his first, and one more time that is instantly going to be the bomb. Reggie does manage to find return kill here. Dodds finds his second, but he will be taken down, so Reggie, even with the injury, does manage to find 2 kills in this situation, and then they retrieve an M4.
Yes, and they will plant a bomb even. With those weapons that they have in hands, it's already a pretty good situation. Now Tarov, is he going to push through the smoke? Has to be pretty careful as they're playing around the edge of the smoke. That is, of course, eSports is now. Bitcher's going to get 1 kill. They're trying to push in. They know that there's 1 player in apartments, but you can see Tarov, he's playing around smokes and spot the player, but instantly Spur turns around, is going to get the kill, and it's going to be 2-0. Not close enough, I believe, for Joggers. With that kind of scenario, they really needed to do a lot more economical damage, but they managed to get only 2 kills, and the bomb will be defused. As it looks, they're still looking for the weapons that they can find, so they're going to save 2 M4s, 1 MP9. I really thought when Joggers took the side 3 players at a time, they really needed to get 1 kill, but eSports, really great job with that retake.
Yeah, so it did work out for them. I was kind of hoping there that Tarov will push through the smoke with the M4.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a timing for it, and I believe even like 2 times, considering that one of the players had scout in hand, he definitely could have come out on top here, as now Shocks deploying the smoke instantly towards connector here, looking to see if he can spot any players towards upper middle. Is not going to find them. We'll see in the underpass, and of course will smartly so fall back here, as now Spur looking to battle it out towards middle, doing a lot of damage, but he will be taken down by Sturzing, and he doesn't find any kills. So you can see the side of Joggers have suffered incredible losses health-wise here, as now Shocks will find his first, looking to see if he can add on top of that, and of course Dodds looking to see if he can find the timing, as he will find a kill now, and so far doesn't look likely for Joggers to pick this one up, as Shocks one more time will find another for himself. Reggie does manage to return back, also drops almost one of the eSports players in that situation. That was Shocks, and currently Reggie sitting on 14 HP with the deagle, needs to fall back here, probably just looking to see if he can find any sort of timing on any of these players, and Vista is going to be pushing out here, but the fact that Reggie was on low HP didn't work out for him. So 3-0 so far, a very solid start for eSports, and also didn't seem like Joggers were doing anything out of the super ordinary there.
Well.
I did like the approach for the first round, but didn't work out.
Didn't work out, and also they didn't save for the op. So I'm really curious to see if this round is going to be a fast one or going to be slow, because I really think Joggers, they have the potential to use the op on T side, especially when you know that the spare is on the other side. You kind of want to have spare always thinking that there could be op coming out at any time that could battle with him, and even he potentially could lose a duel. But you can see Dodds already finding Taurov, I believe, towards the apartments there. He's only switching his position towards short here, and Election does the smart thing, doesn't go towards the chair position, knowing that there's an op towards B. I could always be there, and here Shocks, spatially waiting towards smoke. Here's the players there. Now with the second smoke drop down, one more time they have to find a different approach. You can see the slow approach not working out, as Sperry already has found his second victim with the op for his team.
Yeah, and of course Reggie desperately spraying to that smoke, hoping he could somehow equalize the scoreline, is now Delection hiding away in it, and Shocks does suspect will come out on top here, is expecting the second player, and still no trades coming through here. The bomb is still dropped down towards B apartments. Shocks will go down to Reggie in that situation, but of course Spur with an instant trade Centrons does manage to find Vista and spots a player towards short here, as Dodds with the AVP peak. An easy kill for him, as eSports pick it up their fourth.
Yeah, after 3 rounds they pick up the double up setup, and oh my god, it's working out. They have Dodds who's inactive around the map. Towards B apartments, towards short, they have Spur who's staying in middle. keeping his calm.
And now, because also they have these two AVPs on their side, Bitcher is able to stay down on that MP9, knowing the confidence is on their side.
Yeah.
He knows that his team will be able to pick up his slack if he fails with the MP9, and of course that also offers a lot of economical advantages. Having this sort of weapon as now Joggers one more time pushed down onto a pistol round here. Vista already will find one. Spur shoots between two players there, comically enough. Doesn't manage to get Centrons as well, so he will go down. Vista forced to smoke himself off as Bitcher with that MP9 towards Connector. Probably the best use of that weapon, but as I say, that Delection.
2 kills with a ZAL is going to be 3v2 situation, and with Shox being that low on HP, they just need to group up and play from that kind of scenario here. And Dodds especially having the op, and he's relatively solo. Okay, now with Shox coming into the window room, at least they as well are grouping up for this kind of push, but they are switching the places. They're going towards the B side, that is Joggers. And now with the Delection being in this position, he could be spotted, and I believe he heard the player dropping down. He's gonna find one more kill with that ZAL, and only Shox remains alive on 12 HP. And I can't believe this one more time happening. Joggers winning the round off the fact that they were even on the pistols. But I might say that too early on.
Well, Shox is sitting on 12 HP and the bomb is already planted. His position was known as well, so it doesn't look like he will be making that jump towards short. Here he is going to be falling back to make sure that he can save at this AVP. So, still one of the ops retrieved for him, so not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, if they win this next following round, Joggers will be looking towards an economical reset. They had only 2 players surviving. Of course, the fact that the bomb was planted is going to help out, but the question is how much if they lose the next one. So Reggie also saves an op, which might come in handy here.
It definitely could. And one thing I want to point out, Taurov at the moment with 0 kills. So he's kind of feeling that he's being shut down all the time. It's going to be a tough time for him to get back into this game. It's also good by Joggers. But I have to think that they need to figure out something, or Undercover could help them out with having this player coming back into the game as well.
He's gonna kill us one day.
One day.
But
not today.
But not today, indeed. As Spur now looking towards upper middle, and he has the perfect gap there to see if any players are going to be crossing. He's going to spot one, but he misses.
You don't usually see that Spur in these kind of scenarios where he's going for that high-risk kind of situation, leaving himself only so little room to work with. Well, at least he has the information that there's at least 1 or 2 players towards middle, and you can see Joggers, they're going to play through middle, but you can see they're all already low, and Sturzik finding down towards the apartment, so the aggression finally being shut down from the side of Joggers as they're finding the players being aggressive. Vista is going to find Taurov one more time. This guy's now on 6 deaths and 0 kills, and here Shox and Spur, they both get the kills. Only 2 players remaining on this side. Vista with the kill on Centrons. What is happening? Why is Joggers running in 1 by 1?
I don't know, but it's all falling apart here and now. Sturzik in no man's land has 55 seconds on the clock, and 1 versus 3 has just made his position now, and Vista will shut him down through the smoke.
Oh yeah, that was through the smoke. Impressive. Impressive. Where does eSports get this kind of information?
I mean, if they wouldn't have had that bomb plant in the situation, even Delection wouldn't be able to allow himself to buy a pistol or 2 here. So, an AK has been given to Centrons. I believe the Reggie bought one for him to equalize his money with his team. So, of course, this is a relatively economical round coming out from the side of Joggers here, as now Spur with the AVP peeking towards top middle. And I actually really love this peek just because you, in theory, should not be even missing the smoke as long as there is a teammate that can help you out with Connector here. But Spur, oh my god, he lands the tag, will find a kill as well, so he suspects there's another player up close as the boost still not finding the kill. How is the dude alive?
No ideas. Now Shox is now moving into Connector here as well. Dodds with the kill on Taurov, so he's now 007 agent. Unfortunately 3v4, but Shox, he knows where to look. Even he spots the player down there, he realizes someone could be close, and they know that there's 1 player even towards short, so they know that all 3 players are towards middle, and they should start their rotations or try to focus on this position, not allowing for the enemy players to move in.
Smartly, Shox does fall back here. Spur also looking to see if he can spot the timing here and see when he can peek. Shox still continuously dealing damage. That nade though, oh my god, this player should be dying in an instant here. Centron's only the only man standing, and he will be taken down by Bitcher. That is going to be 1 more round for the side of eSports here, and I'm telling you, they are going to shut them down so hard.
Yes, it's feeling like it most definitely. Do you think T-side could be different?
Well, I mean, the problem currently for Joggers is that so far, yeah, they're trying to get mid-control early round on, either through the help of underpass or otherwise, but they haven't really made any sort of set plays towards the other sides, meaning that these players are not really focusing on them that much, as now it is a fast play through A apartments, and Shox finds 3!
He's gonna look for the 4th as well, he's gonna take down Centrons, only Reggie left alive. What is going on? And as well, they were pushing in 3 players through the pass. I thought Shox is gonna get the kill onto the player with the bomb, and then it would be a complete different situation. What? How does MP9 can be that strong in that kind of situation?
Well, the pop flash does come through here as now Reggie will exchange places and Shox will ace it. There you go.
Wow.
You've earned it, buddy.
Impressive. Props to Shox for having that kind of a confidence in this kind of scenario.
And now,
here.
one more time, Joggers is forced on pistols here. It just keeps looking worse and worse for them here. As eSports one more time showing how you play together as a team for sure. Always having each other's back. And as I already said, I wouldn't be expecting too many mistakes shown from their side playing on this map. It's a relatively easy map for teams that know how to play together. So, yeah, I mean... It is what it is. So these Joggers players are grouped up here towards B. Shox might find a lot of kills in a second here, as the nade will deal a relatively small damage, and with the AVP he's already looking to just get a kill and fall back.
Yes, here as now the flash comes through, he's gonna find 1, he's gonna even repeat,
as
he's gonna damage the players, even take down 1, and he's gonna take down Sturzig as well. Without no fear, eSports can hold these angles, literally no fear. Like they're re-peeking.
This is borderline BMing the enemy players right now, because like normally if you respect your opponent with the AVP, you'll get that 1 kill, you'll fall back and play it safe. Dodds, of course, going for that highlight reel here, and I feel like every single week we can definitely expect highlights from eSports players.
Yeah,
as now a tactical timeout will be finally taken by Joggers.
It is kind of late that they're taking this tactical timeout.
Yes and no, but I mean, they really need to talk things over here. And one more time, I am still waiting for that B fake that I just see it in my head working out so well.
Okay, but as well, like eSports, they're not over rotating. They're almost all the time are gonna leave dots towards that B site.
Well, the problem is if you're going to fake B here, you will definitely need to show 2 players towards B here. Yeah. And the risk is that one of them will die in the process.
As well, yeah.
So you really somehow want to first draw enough attention so that you can then distract Dodds long enough in order for you to smoke off the end of the balcony. Therefore, they wouldn't know how many players are coming out, and only then you would try to go for a commit. And you can see through that smoke instantly a player jumping out through window and looking into underpass, understanding the players are going to be checking out into middle here, and Delection somehow comes out on top there, and he will almost take down Vista. What?
But now you can see instantly with the Joggers trying to take middle, you can see already the aggression coming out from Shox as he's going to take down 2, pushing through the smoke, denying any kind of chances Joggers have in middle. My goodness, you were talking about...
And picks up the AVP in the process, instantly picking towards apartments. It would be like a nightmare if there would be a player. You would feel like Shox is playing like 3 people right now. Now, of course, Taroff with the AVP in hand is looking towards connector, seeing if he can somehow equalize the situation. Dodds on the ledge there. Okay, he will be taken down by Centrons in that situation, perhaps. A bit too much confidence there.
Yeah, in a way. Both are players missing their shots. None of them got the kills, so now it's gonna all rely on Vista, Bitcher, and Shox there. But I want to say, eSports, you're talking about map control, and they have tons of it. If they lose it, almost after like 2-3 seconds, and instantly is back.
And you can see that map control is also not overly aggressive. They're not pushing, for the most part, further than connector.
Yeah, as well.
So they're just making sure that the terrorist players don't have enough entry space for them to get in without being punished for it. Vista should have spotted the player crossing, and he finds the kill onto Taroff. Almost gets Centrons in the process, but he will come out on top just off the fact that Vista started spraying a bit too early. But still, should be very doable for eSports here, unless Centrons can isolate these players somehow. Great use of nades so far. He will be smoking himself off, looking to see if he can offer the most amount of advantage he could have here, and he's gonna find the timing to peek out and should be looking towards the left any second now. He will spot the first player, but the spray misses and Bitcher will come out on top.
Oh, he's gonna be super sad about that one. He is the in-game leader, and if even he can't perform in these high stress situations, Joggers are looking to be in big trouble here.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
For sure. who are short.
I'm kind of even sad about this kind of an outcome. With all the hype that we had for Joggers, with Sturzik being in the regular lineup and everything else, this should have been a completely different Joggers that we've seen. But it feels like they needed Sturzik.
I mean, maybe they have an insane CT side. We don't know yet. As the first push towards middle here in a buy versus buy round coming out from Dodds there in that situation, you can see he's tempted to do so still continuously. Just because they threw that one flashbang, they also realized that most likely the terrorist players are waiting for them. So what they're doing right now is waiting for flashes in return coming out from the terrorist side in order for them to retake middle, where Spur will be ready, as well as, of course, Dodds sitting in that anti-flash position. Spur deploying that smoke just to make sure that no Molotov in connector is going to be coming in here. Dodds will spot the first player. Centrons will take him down and, of course, needs to lead the election now. You do not cross middle without smoke against the eSports.
Yeah, as well, you really can't. With that presence in short, every single round, you need to figure out how you're gonna approach it. Like even pushing through underground, we've seen like when the smokes come into window or anything else, instantly the player dropping down and checking that position.
And you can also see how patient these players are. I mean, Shox is sitting in that position for 50 seconds right now.
Yeah, he's just patiently waiting. Finally moves. But still, no, he's not going to leave his position completely.
And Execute is finally coming through here now, as the flashback from Bitcher could offer Shox one more time loads of opportunities. He will find his first, but Reggie will instantly take him down. Bitcher not willing to risk it currently, as it is a 3v3. He's just going to be waiting for his teammates. They still have a Molotov flashbang. He will go down through the smoke.
Yes, Saurov finding his second kill there through the smoke, getting Bitcher already. There's going to be 3v2 situation here, with eSports kind of now on the back foot. Although I want to see really how Vista approaches this one, because he needs to be the aggressor one, and Spur has to look for the possibilities to find anyone peeking out of the ordinary. It's going to be Reggie with the kill onto Vista, only Spur remaining 1v2, but the bomb being planted down here and him having only the flash is going to be super tough to do so. And he's going to wait just for the flick, but Saurov pushes out from the apartment. He's going to get the kill. Second round there for Joggers, but this is not enough. They need to probably like get even the last 4 rounds.
I mean, if they lose this following round one more time, their money will be reset, and then it's going to be this small success that they have gained just now out the window one more time. So really, Joggers should think about how they're going to approach this. And actually, Sturzy going to go for that fast peek. He will instantly lose to Spur there. I believe he was just spotted. And Spur actually goes for the aggression here. I don't think... Obviously, this terrorist player is expecting it, and he will find the head.
He gets the head off of Centron. See, I believe he'll spot the bomb as well. Now, at the moment, Spur is doing everything solo in this round. No one has pushed through. He does not even take the first shot. He's going to miss the next opportunity. Won't be double peek. The Shox comes in. He's going to take down the player. Spur with the next kill. Only Reggie remaining. What is happening?
I mean, I feel like Joggers currently need a blanket, like a safety blanket, so just you don't need to cry for your mommy.
Yeah, this is just insane, the way that eSports are approaching this game. Like, this doesn't even feel like... We saw a game where eSports won 16-1. This feels like a completely different level of dominance.
Well, that's I mean, I cannot even say how much I'm happy to see that their timing obviously shows how long they have played together. In the sense that they know exactly when to help their teammates, exactly how much their teammate can push their limits in order for you to capitalize off of that fact. Even such small details like when your teammate is reloading, there's always a guy behind you ready to shoot.
As well, yeah, exactly. And with that push towards middle at the timing, as we said, it was kind of impressive. As Shox, he's going to find the first kill, looking for the second one. Saurov will finally find the kill, but Shox, he's going wild one more time. 3 kills for him. That leaves only Sturzy now alive, but as Spur comes in, that's going to be the kill, and the score 11-2. It's even hard to watch this. It feels like we're watching like an All-Stars play against something that is not All-Stars.
All I can say so far is my condolences.
Yeah. At this stage, really, Joggers, hopefully they can pull themselves together after this one. And we were hoping that maybe Joggers can move up into that top 4. After this performance from eSports, they're looking for that first spot. As Shox is just going huge, round after round, getting the kills. Only Reggie left alive. But have they saw the B fake?
Not really, as Dodds is already peeking towards B here. We'll hear the bomb plan, but the bomb will go down just in time. Unfortunately for Dodds there. I mean, just a few extra bucks.
Just a few extra bucks for the smokes that eSports will find a way to play around, the flashes that they'll evade, the grenades will not be thrown at their face.
I mean, 12-2 is yeah, you feel kind of really bad on the side of Joggers there, but still, I mean, always looking towards that CT side. Sometimes you still have that, but if we win the first round, and then a few more, then they might still have a chance here. But of course, the all-out aggression from WSD.
What is Spur doing? How can be so confident that Central is going to find the kill? But there's going to be Vista coming in, getting the kill. Sterzig will also be dropping down. We can see towards middle, Delection is going to find Vista. So now Central will feel a bit more safer to push through here. And he could potentially find Spur here. If Spur doesn't react in time, as Centron is going to find a head. It's going to be 1v3 situation here. Now can Dodge surprise us? Or will this be
my god!
No way, no, this is not supposed to be happening. He doesn't hit the shot. He almost finds the election as well. He's left with 46 HP. He's gonna push on forward. He doesn't care about that smoke too much. He's gonna push out. They both are gonna miss their shots. And now Dod's looking for this one. Can he get it? He's gonna find the election. Only one remaining. He already the CZ in his hands. He just No!
That's a highlight.
What?
Yes, this is the best play I have personally seen so far.
Yes.
Holy moly, that flicking short.
Dodds, he's at the moment definitely showing up. How many kills already he has in this round? You see, he's not even top fragging, but that play
doesn't matter. That's the final nail in the coffin. I don't think Joggers are mentally coming back after that one. As now eSports are going on a Glock train. Looks like it is going to be towards B here, as the election will spot a payload of eSports players. They're already jumping out onto the side here. Bitchel will find Tarov. The election fighting so long with one guy. Doesn't manage to find him. Reggie does equalize a bit here as Thursday coming in finding 2 solid headshots. The bomb has gone down here as Reggie will pick on up. Shocks with the one tap will already take him out here, and now looking to see if he can add more here as there are no players on the bomb here just yet. Shocky needs to play the time.
Yes, he was left with 15 HP and his position was as well not too good. Depending on the situation, there was a player towards short as well as the player in the side. He was left in kind of situation. Either he peeks one or the other, not hitting the first shots. 13-3. Now, do you think even after that last round of the first half, Joggers think, okay, we won the round, we can do this?
Doesn't matter.
You think anything that they're gonna do, eSports can top that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, what? How is that even a question? At 13-3 here, I mean, eSports could lose 10 rounds in a row here, and I wouldn't blame them, because at this point, I mean, it doesn't matter. As I already said, it's now Sterzik here dropping the nade towards top middle here. Obviously has dealt a good amount of damage towards these eSports players, and one more time looking to see if he will be able to capitalize here, as he should be asking for a flashbang here. Reggie does manage to find a player towards connector here, and still there are 3 eSports players. Also Spur with the timing might find the best hit chance he could have towards A here. Dodds will go down as Bisher will. Spur, as already said, did find Centrons towards A, but Reggie with an instant kill back here leaves only Shocks one more time.
Yeah, it's weird to see eSports lose at this stage. It doesn't feel natural as there's gonna find his second kill. Reggie as well with 3, so at least they're saving up the money. Even if they lose a round, they'll still have it, so they're not losing their chances too fast. Even if eSports pull out something from their bag, something in the strat book that they can approach this map right here as well. I believe in that scenario as well, Joggers just should keep their calm, as I think, like, when they're on 5th place, the round difference is going to be pretty important.
Yeah, and now you can see this is going to what looks like a set play towards A being prepared here with that deep Molotov. Now both Reggie and Centrons here could go potentially huge. Actually, Centrons will go down. Reggie will be found in no man's land, and that was the only 2 players towards A.
Yeah, as well, Taurov will manage to find us, but you can see that's going to be 4 players still in the A side, untouched. Although Shocks left with 6 HP, you can see he's already going towards the behind line, so just checking for the backstab. And even if his teammates go down, he can definitely go for that clutch moment where he peeks out, he's going to get the kill, deny the bomb plant. But here, let's see, as 2 players going to push towards CT, Bitcher has to be ready, he's going to be fully flashed and pushed, and the election is going to take him down. And I can see instantly, eSports, they're moving in very passive positions when they lost a player. Tarov is going to go down, Spurge is going huge, only Sturzig remaining, and he's going to find even him. 14-4. And here, I was talking about Joggers having the money, but it's not there.
No, of course, they just lost the first buy round.
It's terrible.
Against a very basic force, very minimum amount of nades.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they did try to overtake the pace of the game by that double push towards A, but leaving only Senchons in that situation very deep. Of course, eSports having the mind awareness to check that situation. Reggie was found, but as I say that, Reggie does find Bitcher towards short here extremely quickly. Spur, of course, looking to see if he can equalize that deep smoke towards connector. Will ring alarm bells as a potential short play here. Now, Sterzig will find Dodds as well. The bomb is still far away, but Vista will take down Reggie here, and they have boosted the player up so quickly that I didn't even get to say that. Vista will find his second and third.
As here, finally, Sterzig's gonna shut the player down, and here Centrons has the opportunity to find the bomb and maybe even get the kill on him. As now the player's gonna come on forward with the CZ. He's looking for the shot, but Shox is just gonna turn around, take him down. 2v1. That is kind of a bad situation. Now, although Sterzig is gonna find Spur.
But of course, his position so quickly was known. He has 8 health. So I don't think it's even likely he's gonna be going for this. He doesn't even also have a defuse kit. So Shox is gonna be planting safely here. As you can see on the radar, Sterzig definitely not interested in moving. That is going to be the 15th round. Probably...
no, he
does go for it?
Yes, at this stage, even that 1 AK is gonna change, I believe, a little. As now he will manage to get towards short, and let's see, Shox, is he peeking even towards that position? He doesn't have the kit. You can see time is already in the half. So 20 seconds left for him to defuse the bomb. And Sterzig, yes, only now he realized that he won't find Shox too quickly. He's gonna save the AK. Although I'm thinking at that stage, why not try?
You should get some funeral music for Joggers.
Do you think this is really their funeral? Like, playing against eSports, this is kind of...
Definitely feels like their funeral. They're being slaughtered right now.
Yes.
So 15-4, Sterzig does save the AK. Did also manage to find a kit in the process there. Will be dropping for his teammates. They will be able to pick up a few nades here, but in all seriousness, looking at eSports right now, here on Mirage, it doesn't look like a lot can stop them.
Yeah, that is definitely true. And now there one more time, we're gonna head towards that A site. Dodds in the middle, we've seen his crazy stuff. Let's see if he can pull something out of the book right now, as I believe he spotted the player towards the underground. Now with all these flash and everything else, Reggie in pretty good position. He's gonna take that one. He's gonna look for the second one as well, as the A site is slowly being taken over by the terrorists. It's gonna be 2v3 situation. Shox with Spur, the only 2 guys remaining here. Sterzig finding Spur, only Shox 1v3. This looks like it's gonna be around for Joggers, but Shox could quite surprise us here. He's gonna peek out, but he's gonna give the 3rd kill to the new addition to Joggers. So 15-5, and we can see eSports, they're gonna go, I believe, for an eco round. Although Shox can drop down some pistols for his teammates.
Yeah, he's probably... Oh, he's actually gonna force up, so... yeah, I mean, why not at this stage still? That annoying noise that the game makes every time when the enemy is on 15 points or you are yourself. Dodds just jumping over here, looking to see if he can spot any players, same as Sterzig now spraying towards top middle. Actually going to be running through those flames there, so he will be dropped down to 50 HP. He's just looking to see if he can add the nade on top. Spur even turning away there for a second, not entirely sure about what nade that was, and he was not spotted there, so... Oh, no, as I say that, Sterzig does suspect, and I believe he just saw the leg there, and Spur now still does sort of have the timing to go for it.
Sterzig manages to pull out the flash peek there, as he's gonna even get shocked, so you can see he's stepping up the game. And the election in this position as well will definitely surprise Bitcher there with Vista, I believe, coming through there. As not only Dodds will come into play, they're looking to find the kills, but you can see with the tower off being there, it's going to be pretty tough. Now, Election peeking out, he's not going to find Vista, but there comes in tower off to help. Finding one, finding the second one as well. Only Dodds remaining 1v4, and tower off with the 3rd kill there, getting the 6th round. And if we check the scoreboard, he's not getting back into game that convincingly, but still at least performing and potentially helping his team to close out that round difference.
Yeah, so eSports, well, this is the time you close out the game. Well, I mean, after this round, as my prediction was 16-7, so please.
Yeah, as well. That is true. But let's just see now.
I mean, if they win this pistol round, it's ridiculous. As you can see, Reggie already spraying through here. Sterzig coming in as well as they're dealing these kills. And Reggie does find a solid 4K there very quickly, as eSports were just going for that plant and nothing else in that situation.
Exactly. So I said 16-10. So even if Joggers get the 8 rounds, you're still winning. But if they get 9 rounds, then...
it's your win.
Yes, exactly. We haven't seen eSports coming out with the op. Do you think that is the thing that they've been talking about? Like, on T side, we don't need the op.
They probably just not looking to invest that much here, as a lot of damage was dealt because of that Molotov, and still Centron's finding kills with the nade here. Sterzy coming in on top with the AVP. Reggie looking to speed if he spots any players towards the cross, and he will be taking down Shocks now. Vista, the only man with some amount of HP, as Sterzy will be found by, Dodds will be found by Sterzy in that situation. Vista now does spot another player towards Connector, and Sterzy coming out on top here one more time, and my prediction out the window coming
Well,
down.
not yet. eSports can still surprise us here in this round.
With what?
With a pistol round victory. Don't you think that's a possibility after what we saw in the first half?
Yeah.
That is a possibility. So let's see if that's going to be the case. As Sterzy now with the op one more time. As in the previous round, he had so much luck here. He misses the timing, but he's going to check out Venom pushing towards short. As this is going to be eSports trying to take control of middle. This could potentially work out if they manage to get the timings right. We remember how well...
the nade!
On the head, so Bitch is going to be dropped down to 50 HP. As the other guy's going to be dropped down to 68. And you can see Tarov as well is not being too eager to peek in. Even Sterzy leaving middle.
Sterzy quickly understood that they're going to be boosting in the window there, or might have, even some of the players might have given away their position a bit too soon. So now he smartly falls back here, and Vista is going to be in a world of trouble if he decides to cross that hole without jumping.
Yeah, as well. Because at the moment you can't really tell to which side they're going to go to. More so looks like this is going to be a B push. So Vista is there just to make sure no one comes in from behind lines. Tarov in really good position, take down enemies, but he comes out, he's gonna drop down the bomb. That is Spur dropping down, and the rest of the players moving in as they're gonna be cleaned up. Only Vista with Dodds remaining. Dodds is gonna find 2 kills already.
Oh,
and Vista with
God.
the next one. So they're gonna pick up the AWP and the AK. Okay, the tides have turned. Only Centrons remaining. As Reggie was taken down by Vista. Everything is changing here.
Oh
Vista
my God.
is gonna take down Centrons. That's 16-8. Why? They still could have played around a bit, you know.
Do you like my jugs?
Oh, you have good jugs, man.
You're welcome. Well, congratulations to eSports being able to close that one out. Of course, definitely the round played out a bit more differently than what I had in mind this last one. But one more time, eSports showing why they were the season 1 regular season champions. And then afterwards showing one more time why they should be respected. And also, Joggers, well, get on their level.
Yeah, as well. It was something like, it feels like all these teams kind of have the potential to win each other, but at this stage it felt like eSports, we're smurfing in a way.
Yes, for sure.
Didn't feel right.
Also, I'm smurfing right now with my 2-0 prediction.
Oh, congratulations.
You are gonna be suffering so much next week, but we actually did already have a winner played out in chat for one of our giveaways. That was the Vault giveaway. So someone's probably already enjoying his 10 euros worth of free food as long as you dropped an email to us on bsl@bsl.pro. Speaking of giveaways though,
we still have one more in store for you. So from our good friends in Samsung, we are going to give you away one Battlefield game in each discipline, if I remember correctly. So there is some...
Doesn't matter. The fact is, we'll be giving away one right now. So you still have another 15 seconds to type in hashtag Samsung in the chat. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and you will find the winner in the chat shortly here. But speaking of today's game, so I mean, the first game heading in Volsung's way in overtime was definitely something interesting to see. I was not expecting for it to be so close. Now in the second game, Dodds with that whatever the hell was that retake. I mean, we did have our production guy pointing out that if we recall, HS in cash almost clutching that round out. When the bomb plant was towards B, was close to what I've seen the best there, but he kind of failed at the end there. And because it didn't work out, I'm gonna say this is probably the best play I've seen so far here in season 2. So wow, impressive stuff.
Exactly.
So,
I'm impressed by a whole day that we had today. Tomorrow should be fun as well. So let's check out the schedule to see what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Yes.
As we're gonna see 3 games starting off at 7 o'clock in the evening. So Volsung against Lithuania.
Yeah. So this is my match of the week that I'm definitely picking here for very obvious reasons. The fact that Volsung still are currently in the first position, Lithuania in the third. Excuse me, Mighty Wolves is in the first position. Volsung are in second, and Lithuania are in third. So definitely. a very, very heavy battle for them on the way. And afterwards, we're going to see this as the second game that was going to be Auto Clutch versus Figure of 5.
Should be interesting one. Both teams need to prove something. They're not still yet at that top 4.
Yeah, and the last one, lit.
Yes.
As hell, as of course it is going to be eSports versus Mighty Wolves.
Yes, that is my match of the week, most definitely, as Mighty Wolves still haven't lost a single game. The way that they're playing, that they're not giving up. Like even at the scoreline, 15 to what was that where they won in the overtime? It was just crazy stuff that they can do. But after today's game, I'm kind of even giving the edge to eSports. Like this is just crazy that what they've shown us. Mighty Wolves haven't shown it to us.
I mean, what I would like to see is Nuke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would like to see Nuke, and then afterwards eSports winning it just to make the standings so much closer.
Oh, okay.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, exactly. So those are going to be 3 days we're going to see tomorrow. After that, there's still the CSGO week is continuing, so be sure to tune into that one as well. Let's check out quickly the standings, what have changed after today, as I believe they are ready. So at the moment, Volsung with that victory are in the first place, but we have to remind you that still Mighty Wolves haven't played the game this week.
Yeah.
Lithuania haven't played the game this week, and was for the second spot as well. Still potentially could get thrown off, and that game was sports against Mighty Wolves. Oof. It can really...
No pun intended with CS play.
No pun intended, exactly. So this is getting already pretty interesting, the standings, because it's less and less time, less opportunities for you to get into that top 4. So it's gonna be lit, most definitely. And one more thing I want to remind you, our BSL YouTube channel is going to get some new fun content soon.
Yeah.
So be sure that you subscribe and follow when the content is going to come out, because you don't really want to miss it. It's going to be a pretty interesting one. I definitely know that I'm going to put a bell next to my subscription for YouTube channel, BESL Pro. So I have that
done that yet.
I probably have. I thought you were going to give me like
and
high
take
five.
these with you.
Oh,
high
no,
five you with exactly what? With one of these.
Yes.
To your face.
Yes, that is
But...
I believe we have the Samsung winner in the chat.
Yeah, so make sure one more time to just message us on BSL at BSL.pro just to we can verify that it is you indeed that won.
Yeah, that is true. So this was today. I'm Envy, this is V. See you tomorrow in the evening.
Reaching out, and my heart is with you. So much in between, things we've never seen. You're a mirage that my mind can't see through. Are you here with me? One day we can see. And all my life, unbroken ways. But I know that time makes ways. But I know that time makes ways. And all my life, unbroken ways. But I know that time makes ways. But I know that time makes ways. Yeah, I know that time makes ways. All my life, unbroken Every day is a reason to chase what you've been dreaming. For you I strive. And every week is a season. The winter's got my knuckles bleeding, but I don't mind. Sometimes I think that I could feel it. It keeps my time. And every night when I'm dreaming, feels like I'm falling through the ceiling. No, I don't mind, no. Just falling apart. The king's horses and men couldn't mend what is left of my broken heart. And now I finally realize it's what keeps me in line. No, I don't mind. No,